Da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what this tune is I'm carrying. That's not anything.
Hello, everybody.
Something.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. It has been many moons since we last saw you, but here we are. It's Shapes and Forms.
Oh my god, we're back.
Yeah, I am Planet Jane, and I've forgotten how our intro goes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
You are joined tonight by...
We're joined tonight by...
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I remember the intro, so you don't have to reference the shittiest show.
Rip.
Rip everyone. Rip everyone with...
Yeah,
like fabric.
Goodness.
We're all gonna get ripped. Except also ripped as in, we're gonna get swole. We're gonna get swole as fuck.
I'm glad that you're just, I'm glad that you're just,
let's do push-ups and cry at the same time.
I'm glad that you're just, filling some air while I get this sorted. I really appreciate that.
You see, other than the fact that two of us are trans femme people, we also don't believe in toxic masculinity. So we believe in men being able to do push-ups and cry at the same time because, they're expressing their feelings while also getting jacked.
Hello, SF.
Hello, Edlin.
Edlin.
Hello, Go-Go.
Squad.
Yay. Yeah, no, you see, yes, also, Tornhawk, very good musical artist, so, you should go check out.
We've been live for 12 seconds, Shredley. You can't be talking about music already.
You know who,
I know who Tornhawk is. I like some of his music, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna play some Isaac, and later on in the evening, I'm gonna try out streaming some chess.com, and we're gonna see if we can make that work.
Isaac
possibly.
and Isaac were Isaac.
Yes.
Isaac
And they were very Isaac.
and his Isaac. Look alone
Isaac.
on a small Isaac. Anyway.
Isaac.
Isaac's so hard, motherfuckers want to find me.
I will get stream
Just
sniped. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, man.
What? What?
Stream sniped
What?
by strangers.
What just happened?
No one could blame
We have horse and hair change.
for sniping away.
Question mark?
Yeah. No.
Why am I singing David Bowie's songs
I don't know.
from the film Labyrinth, but about sniping people at chess?
I have no idea. Can you two hear each other? You keep talking over each other.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
It's okay. It's just
Right.
I think our dynamic is a little bit off because it's been so long.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
So,
I said this to Trey before the stream started, but it's literally been so long since we streamed that Streamlabs' logo has changed. It used to be like a little box, kind of like the Twitch logo. Well, I'm dead. Let's get a restart on that. It used to be like a little, sort of box kind of thing, kind of like the Twitch logo, and now it's like a little robot fellow with an antenna sticking out of his head.
He's just a little dude.
Just a little guy.
So the logo may have improved, but has quality of life improved under Streamlabs? New rate.
We'll find out.
I see.
If we go through the stream without anything fucking up, we'll say yes.
So I see that we are still testing out this socialism with Streamlab characteristics.
Shredney, I swear to God, you save it all up is the thing.
Political praxis for streaming applications? Not something I was expecting to hear even from you, Shredney.
I woke up in a Soho doorway and a policeman knew my name.
Although I get...
What song is this, Murray?
Although I guess, like, rule one of being around Shredney is to expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
Expect the unexpected. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition, but everybody expects the unexpected when it comes to me.
You doing okay?
Perhaps.
No, you're doing fine, Trey. I'm asking Shredney.
No, like, see, with me, I made some interesting decisions today.
Fucking wired tonight.
But, I mean, that's the caffeine. Which was supposed to contradict the fact that, like, you know...
I swear to fucking God if you tell me that you took, like, THC or something before coming on stream.
No, I made the mistake of, because I am actually pretty sick, I took, like, a small amount of NyQuil earlier today.
Oh, no. Yeah, that'll do it.
And that's before I took a walk, which was, the walk to, people who follow my Twitter know what's up.
Yeah,
real ones know.
We can talk about that if you want.
Okay,
like, it's mostly just kind of wild in your case.
Yeah, so Hurricane Ida produced the most, like, the worst flooding that Philadelphia has experienced in probably decades. And also we got, like, something like 10 tornadoes in the area, one of which touched down in Willow Grove. And some have unfortunately caused, like, actual fatalities.
Yeah, no, it's like
it's, people fucking died.
It's bad out there.
Although that happened more in, like, Passaic in New Jersey and a few outlying places. But, like, one did come down in Willow Grove, and there's, like, a town not too far from here where a guy died trying to, like, get his mother out of their house when it flooded. But the flooding is crazy around here. It temporarily took out the bridge between Manayunk and Lower Merion, specifically, like the Kenwood area.
My mom, like, I to provide some of like what I was worried about, because I contacted you too and asked if you were all right, but the first people I asked if they were all right was my family who lives out there, my mom and her kids. Because they live in Carbon County, which is like an hour and a half from where you live.
Yeah, north.
North, and like more inland.
Yeah.
And like, she was like, yeah, we're fine, but we have waterfront property now. Because apparently, Palmerton, which is where they're at now, like the whole town flooded. Because there's a river that runs right through town, and it just overfilled its banks, and like the whole town is just underwater.
I haven't even gotten to the really wild part, like really wild parts. So the bridge that connects our area, like temporarily is flooded out. Well, now it's not as much, but it is like the arches of the bridge. Only like a couple feet of them are not, overwhelmed. And the thing is that it could flood again, because of the fact that all the lakes and hills and stuff soaked up so much water. Now, we live up in the hills overlooking the Schuylkill, right?
Yeah.
So, like, way high up, so we haven't experienced flooding here. Although one of my coworkers, his apartment on the second floor in the part of Philadelphia was in, got flooded. And who only knows what happened to, like, the first floor. Like, they were out, thankfully. But his girlfriend's car got destroyed by this. Right? So, the Vine Street Expressway, the primary thoroughfare that runs through the heart of Center City, Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
Big tunnel goes, like, that's, like, shot through Philadelphia. One of the, like, and Philadelphia is the 6th most populous city in the United States. is covered in 18 to 20 feet of water that will not drain because of the amount of crap that wound up in the, the drainage vent.
Just like actually insane.
The pumping station died. Also, on top of that, as I said, I live near Manioc. I went down to the bridge that, is the footbridge that overlooks all this area. Used to be a railroad bridge, right? From when it was like the Reading Railroad used to run through.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I took some photos from up there, and when you get past Main Street, you suddenly realize that you think that even though the water had subsided, there is nonetheless whole parking lots completely taken out.
Mm-hmm.
People's cars just visible through the water. And maybe the most darkly funny thing to me was that there has been a lot of gentrification and shitty development along those lines, along the footpaths that have been blocking people's views and driving up prices for people who've lived there for ages. Real shit. All those condos and stuff absolutely fucking flooded. And one of them had a big banner that said "Waterfront Living." And that particular giant condo thing, whole first floor up to about 2 feet from the floor of the second floor, just completely covered in brown water.
It is just, I mean, I'm gonna second what I saw Gogo say in the chat, which is just climate change. Whoa.
I mean, my thought, dropped a tweet in there when I was just kind of in a stunned state, which was, heading back, it's a beautiful day for a stroll, and then after a pause, we're all fucked, aren't we?
I mean,
it's just
we either are or we aren't, and we're going to find out one way or the other.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's it is just the most, but it was that when it viscerally hit. Because because I've been seeing the climate fucking change around here.
Yeah.
This area is now a viable wine country. People actually grow grapes here like they do in southern France. That is not usual.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you are able to, okay, here's the thing. People used to be able to grow grapes here and stuff, but it was more like German. Right, you could get, essentially pull off German wine kind of things. But no, it's starting to get like southern France in terms of climate, and also the climate is getting weirder. And storms are getting driven the fuck up.
I'm sorry,
I do not know. I do not know Ultraman Kaiju too
the
well.
The question that Burr asked
also,
in the chat just kind of took me out.
My mom was a fan of Ultraman when she was a kid.
Yeah, you talked about that before. Yeah.
Nice.
My mom, OG weeb.
What is that?
But yeah, so also, big fan of Osaka from Azumanga Daioh from the Flipzip channel.
Yeah. But the thing that did it for me is it was either it was the year before this past winter. This past winter was bad. When we had a couple days where it got so cold over the winter that they had to light the fucking tracks on the train on fire to keep it running. It's just
hell. So
I don't know where we're going, but we're all going there together.
Yeah, it was reminding me of that there was I was talking to there was that one winter, and I was spending that with my grandmother. Was that one winter, and I was keeping in touch with Millie because she lives in St. Paul, right? And it's fucking horrifying. It was horrifying there. It went down to -4 and shit. People were freezing outside. But where we were, it went to -10 when it bottomed. that.
Yeah.
Like, which is not a thing you see around here.
Yeah.
Like, that'll happen once every 50 fucking years.
It's been a couple of years, ain't it? By the way, I'm very sorry for like leading the episode with such a heavy topic.
And I do like Alice bringing up the entirely true fact. Srithni was the one who compared Jeopardy to the Battle of Hastings, so nothing's unexpected from them anymore. And I did.
What about Jeopardy was similar to the...
Okay.
Which one? Wait,
so
the Battle of Hastings is the one... No. Let me go first. The Battle of Hastings is the one that was part of the Norman invasion, right?
Yeah, that was when William the Bastard went up against Harold the Saxon.
Yeah. Well, which Harold?
No, it was the Saxon, okay. Not Harald of... Was it Norway?
Yeah, it was Norway. Harold the Hard. In what sense is Jeopardy similar to the Battle of Hastings?
So to me, Mike, whatever his name, is kind of like the Saxon Harold in that he thinks that he has the claim to the throne because he's a fucking dipshit who thinks he's entitled to it. And then continues to get his ass whooped because of his own
strong anti-Harold Godwinson rhetoric on the show today.
Strong Michael Richards.
Harold Godwinson was a dipshit. And he got his ass handed to him, and unfortunately, the Normans were also awful, but in different ways.
Yeah,
go on.
It's big dislike of that whole situation, which is unfortunate because I feel like I would probably still want to be on Jeopardy at some point. It's I would like to do.
It's like they had a bazillion decent candidates, and they went, and that guy manipulated his way into it because he thought he was entitled to it.
Mansplain, manipulate, male life.
That's a whole again, just to illustrate how long we've been off the air, that's like a whole era of meme that we missed, was the whole fucking alliterative I don't even know what you'd call it, alliterative gender defying but still bad people, whatever you
yeah,
the whole girl boss gatekeep thing.
Yeah, gaslight gatekeep girl boss.
There you go. He was punished for his hubris by the game show gods.
Game show gods.
Yeah, just
smited.
Yeah, just nuked into the next dimension of game show hell. He was sent to game show Avicii.
Seventh circle turbo hell.
Yeah, oh no, yeah, he was sent to Cocytus. The realm of traitors and betrayers.
Shredney.
Forever, he betrayed Alex Trebek, as if he were Brutus. No, worse, Cassius.
Y'all big fans of Dante Alighieri's Inferno out there?
Yeah,
biggest fandom on earth.
And now he, like Judas Iscariot, is being chewed by game show Satan in the deepest circle of hell.
Okay, well then we need to ask who game show Satan is. Is it the Whammy from that show? I feel like it's the Whammy.
That's
just a gargantuan, monstrous whammy.
A really big whammy that's crying all the time. Because,
it's Gilbert Gottfried!
Oh, it's Gilbert Gottfried crying all the time. That's great.
Y'all, why the fuck is Jay Leno getting another show?
Oh, Jay Leno.
God is dead.
Jay Leno isn't even in the lowest circle of hell. He's just in, one of the lower ones.
I forget. Did Jay Leno, do something, or is he just obnoxious?
He just sucks.
He just sucks?
So, my beef with him is the whole Conan thing, which happened 10 years ago, and I'm still bitter about it.
I do think that there's some, weird, low-key sexual harassment stuff, not really serious.
Oh boy, we're gonna
we're hitting all the buttons tonight, aren't we?
We're what?
Like, I'm not saying like really ugly, but like he's gross.
I don't know, like, and yet it wouldn't be a surprise.
Like, yeah. I don't like saying that kind of thing about people, but like, you know, he's a celebrity. I'm sure he's.
And he said some like, and he has said on record some incredibly ableist shit.
Oh, okay. Fuck him then.
Like, I mean, like you know, as quote-unquote jokes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
the genre of humor where you just like say something offensive and then people get offended.
I mean, it's like because
why is everyone like, so offended? I don't get it.
Everything he said about like Britney Spears ever was extremely gross.
Anyway, how are you doing, Trey?
I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Sorry about all that.
I'm glad that we're back, even if it's like a one-time thing. It's nice to be back.
Well, like what I want to try to do like once a month maybe. I haven't actually handed in my resignation yet, so hopefully nobody from work is watching this. But at the end of the week, I'm going to be putting in my 2 weeks notice at TGA, so I will have a little bit more free time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like the kind of the intended plan, you know, best laid plans of mice and men, etc., is, you know, like that, you know, we can at least, you know, we can at least manage like maybe like one a month, you know, and if everybody's up to it, you know, we'll figure stuff out.
Yeah. But, you know, like, cause my thought was like, you know, can do this once a month, and then Shredney, you and I have our podcast, which is like a somewhat more like, you know,
intensive.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I was gonna say serious, but that's not really true. It just requires more work.
Yeah, this is way more like comparatively recreational.
Yeah, this is just fun.
It's basically it is a hangout that doubles as a gaming stream, which is actually a secretly a podcast.
Okay, so Mur mentioned something. I had this idea, and it's not an original idea. This is like the entire premise of several podcasts, most famously My Brother, and Me. I was like, we should have lists like our audience. I wouldn't even really call us fans, because like I know most of you guys. All of you guys? Yeah, all of you guys. But like, I could have people send in questions and we can answer them. And all the questions we got were just shit like, chocolate milk? 5 exclamation points, 5 question marks. And like, I can't really do much with that.
I mean, okay. No, I'll try.
Okay.
Give me some of these.
Well, I mean, that literally was one, so, like, if you got any input on chocolate milk.
With chocolate milk. Okay, so here's the thing with chocolate milk, is chocolate milk is best with pre-made syrup, I think, because it's really hard to make, like, decent chocolate syrup. Now, you can make decent, what is it called, like, hot chocolate, and then potentially cool that. Like, right, which would be, you know, like either hot chocolate milks and milk, maybe a touch of cream, a little bit of, you know, like cinnamon, nutmeg, that kind of deal. Maybe like a sprinkling of salt or something, like a very small amount. Like sort of changes the chemistry there.
And how do we feel about Ovaltine in this house?
I've never had Ovaltine.
Ovaltine is good. Hot Ovaltine is actually good.
I actually don't really know what it is. It's like a nutritional supplement, right?
So it's like you've had Nesquik before?
Yes.
Question mark?
Yes.
It's Nesquik, but like I guess it has like extra calcium in it or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
It is yeah, it's like nutritionally
I'm cool with that
reinforced.
kind of thing.
hot chocolate / chocolate milk thing.
Yeah.
I have an incredibly boring take about chocolate milk, which is just, I think if you want chocolate milk, you should just buy some from like a 7-Eleven or something. It's really hard to make good chocolate milk, in my experience.
See, here's how I do. Right. What you do, use a large amount of milk, relatively small amount of like chocolate syrup, like Hershey's or something, right? As I said, maybe like a splash of cream or something. Maybe like a little bit of a spice, like a very small amount. And then what you do is, I've realized that stirring it isn't necessarily as effective as you get a whisk.
Hey, Trey.
And you whisk it.
Yes.
I want to point out you are in the call. You can just say that out loud.
No, yeah, but like part of the appeal of this is me existing in the chat as well. But yeah, it's so fucking weird. Like technically, Yoo-Hoo is the Wikipedia describes it as a brand of chocolate beverage. Like it's primarily made from water, high fructose corn syrup, and whey. What the fuck is that?
Whey?
Whey?
Made out of whey?
That's why
not even milk. Whey.
Okay, I'm just gonna be very straight with you guys, which is the only time that I'm ever straight is when I say things like that. I don't really know what whey is. I know it's like a dairy byproduct.
Okay, here's what happens is when you separate milk to make cheese.
Yes.
You have two things left over.
You have the
which
curds
are
and you have the
often
whey.
made into cheese. And then there's this weird liquid called whey.
Yeah,
it's
but
often dried up to become like whey protein, which is used in horrifying protein drinks. And that's what Yoo-Hoo is made with, and that's why I don't like Yoo-Hoo.
Well, that's my question though. What is it?
It's a weird agglomeration of proteins that you essentially skim off of milk.
Man.
Yeah,
I like dairy, basically all kinds of dairy, but there are people who don't because they find it sort of freaky, and I get that.
Yes, because it comes out of animal tits.
Well, all right, you didn't have to say that, but you chose to.
It's true.
Your Honor, I withdraw the question.
It comes out of the modified sweat glands of an animal's chest.
Hey. First of all,
how dare you?
Edlin said Yoo-Hoo is to chocolate milk.
As Sunny D is to orange juice.
Which, now we need to talk about Sunny D, because I actually like Sunny D.
Sunny D, it feels unnatural.
Yes.
In no way does that resemble orange juice at all beyond color.
Can I level with you though? I also like orange juice quite a bit.
I mean, it's good.
But
Sunny D.
Sunny
D good.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't drink Sunny D because I want orange juice. I want Sunny D. I drink Sunny D because I want Sunny D. It tastes like.
That's sort of like
It tastes like artificial vitamins. I don't know how else to put it.
I get the appeal of that. In that I have eaten is that I really like cherry candies and things.
Hell yeah.
And cherry candies do not taste like cherries.
Even
they taste like
cherry, yeah.
They taste much more like and it's because they're based on the same flavors as liqueurs, which are based on cherry pits, which are much closer to almond, because you know what cherries are related to? Almonds!
No, Sherry and I are not related. We're dating.
Oh my god.
No. Silence.
My last name is Almond. That joke makes sense. Fuck
almond,
you guys.
Almond, almond, but almond. It has
yeah.
D and an L, and why do you...
Jane Michelle Almond.
Oh, the D in it, alright?
You're making me make noises like a fucking coffee grinder.
So, okay, to bring it back to the original question,
Okay,
though,
but are you a Keurig or an espresso machine?
To bring it back to the original question, though, like...
Neither, because Keurig machines are a waste, and, like, you can make espresso in, like, a fucking regular machine.
Yeah, true.
To bring it back to the original question, though,
Chalky milk?
yeah, like...
Chucky milk.
The only time I ever want to drink chocolate milk is if I've kind of, like, given up for the day, and I want to feel like I'm drinking a candy bar. Like...
That's kind of a move.
Yeah, like, I don't... Like, I feel like anybody who tries to make chocolate milk at home is on some level operating under the assumption that there's a way to make chocolate milk that is, like, not terrible for you, and I don't actually think that's true.
No, that's not the point. No, it's like baking your own cake or some shit.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean...
like, it is making a treat for yourself. Like, I also make my own fucking egg milk.
That's because you're a nerd.
I mean, also because I like baking and shit.
Nog.
So, like,
Okay, we should move on to what I guess was Murr's question, although I could kind of tell that because it was about Riverdale.
Quick aside is because it was mentioned that Ovaltine contains malt. That is a thing that I wish I had, like, malt powder to, like, put in things, because malt powder just inherently makes shit better.
I wish I had some malt balls right now. Those things are good.
Oh, that'd be great.
I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener, but we can't always get what we want.
You can't always
Those are two
get
different songs,
what
Jay.
you want, which apparently is...
But they work together.
Somebody run those through rave.dj, see what comes out.
Oh, that'd be such a slapper.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, before we bring up the next Curious Cat question I got, you guys heard about rave.dj? Well, Shredney, I guess, has, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you showed me it.
Yeah, that website is great. Not for making things that are actually good, although it occasionally can do that, but for making things that are inherently very funny. Like, J-pop song X, Once in a Lifetime by the Talking Heads.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, like literally turning one vocal part into, like, a rhythmic backing for another one that works freakishly well. It's like whatever weird algorithm it's operating on, it is actually very effective.
It works. It spits out something semi-coherent surprisingly often. I have shown it to people, and they have, like, tried to break it, and you definitely can. Like, somebody on one of the subreddits I'm active on fed it a song by Ka and a song by 100 Gex, and that worked about as well as you would expect. They kind of just both played at the same time. It couldn't figure out what to do with them.
Feels so clean.
I would be interested to, like, see what something like Ka and 100, because those are the exact opposite energies.
Yes.
In every possible way.
Oh, no.
I have not listened to enough Ka, but I dig his, like,
I have listened
underratedness.
to some Ka, and he makes good music.
He's very mellow, and I like 100 Gex, but they are just not the same mood. I initially, what I wanted to do, but you can't really work rave.dj on a tablet, so I'm going to try it on my desktop, is, like, I wanted to fuse, like, car seat headrest and Merzbow. And I think you possibly could.
It doesn't... It seems to not entirely know what to do with something if it doesn't have a rhythm track. Not even like percussion.
Yeah, the thing with, like, it is worth noting that, like, the thing with Merzbow is that, like, a surprising amount of his stuff does have a distinct pulse to it. Like, it's not necessarily like a... I don't know how to... like, there's a rhythmic sensibility because he was a prog.
I would like to interject with the next audience question.
Okay.
Do you think Betty's ex-boyfriend Glenn is the trash bag killer? With the new revelation that it's possibly a family of serial killers that haunts the lonely highway of Riverdale, what do you think Glenn's role is?
Well, I
hope somebody out there got something out of that, because I sure as fuck didn't.
I will say that there is someone I know, I vaguely know named Glenn, who I wouldn't be surprised.
No! Come on! This is way too far.
This is giving me war flashbacks to freaking...
saying that Glenn is too interesting. Anyway.
Oh, thank you, Gogo.
Bathroom.
It's giving me...
dunking on our acquaintances.
Giving me war flashbacks to freaking first grade, putting in my answers to the logic questions that they would ask us in my gifted and talented class.
Oh, was it shit like, you know, so-and-so has 2 apples and shit like that? Or was it like even like one step beyond like the weird?
No, it was stuff like genuinely like the question sounds like something that we would have had to try to figure out.
That sounds horrible.
Yes, Alice, I know that was low-hanging fruit. But
no,
well, it was low-hanging fruit. Anyway, I have to use that, and I'll be back in a sec. Bye!
Look, I am reasonably confident that no one I have ever interacted with on the internet for a lengthy period of time is a serial killer.
Yeah, fair. Anybody remember those logic puzzles with the grids? I think I might. Like, gosh. My mind is going to Punnett squares, but like I feel like I've encountered the specific thing that that Alice is talking about.
Hey Alice, everything all right? Yeah, logic puzzles with the grids. I don't know what y'all are referring to. Like, what kind of grids?
Like, it would ask you like a question, and then you'd have to arrange everything in like a particular way based on the information that they gave you, and it'd basically be like the equivalent of like a Sudoku puzzle, but like put into the form of a word problem. Like,
kind of like oh dear, kind of like a
Yes, there we go. You have 5 people, 5 birthdays, 5 presents, and you have to match each unique combination. That's exactly it. Like,
I have somehow gone my whole life without encountering these. My thought was like, it was like a grid-based version of like the 3 utilities problem, but I guess not.
I mean, kind of on the similar level, like, perhaps just a bit like more applied to everyday situations, I guess, although hell, if you're making a grid to figure out all the possible combinations of your friends' birthdays.
Hello, Mom. Yeah, like that's sort of a wild thing to do, but you know, when have logic puzzles ever been based in reality? I only like puzzles that are grounded in reality and filled with real world problems.
Well, 2 plus 2 equals fish? Yeah. Yeah, fish. Final answer.
Watch Phi Brain. I have seen the clip of the dog where they sync it up to the pup named Scooby-Doo theme, and I think that's kind of all the Phi Brain I ever need in my life. But if I ever change my mind, I will let you know.
So I have my Scooby-Doo shirt on today, which has Shaggy and Scooby on it, and also I found out today about the Warner Brothers animation logo that's included on the newest Mortal Kombat movie, which of course features Ultra Instinct Shaggy grabbing Scorpion by the neck and saying, like, "Get over here, man."
So, like, everyone who heard what Trey just said is gonna think that he's pulling your leg.
I 100% am not.
That is what happens in the logo sequence. Is that Scorpion does some backflips and stuff, and then the Warner logo opens like a portal to hell, and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo makes himself known, and he says, like, "Get over here, man," and he pulls Scorpion into the Warner logo. And then after Scorpion disappears and is presumably killed, you see Shaggy, like, Super Saiyan Shaggy in the Warner logo, and then it closes the final time, like a grim reminder of your own death.
Scooby is there too.
Scooby is also there. He doesn't do much, but he is there. It is, like, maybe the most genuinely insane sequence of animation I've seen all year. And I've been watching The Detective Is Already Dead, so I have... I can say that and it can mean something. Also, I died.
What does?
Shredney, I don't know how to explain to you what we just were talking about without just repeating the whole thing again. Can you...
So it's like...
Actually,
what about...
wait, Trey, can you... send her the GIF?
I will.
It's easier to just see it.
Hang on.
Oh Lord! I heard the part about a logo being
just
something.
You'll see. It's undescribable, honestly. Like, I tried, but
am I about to be plunged into screaming darkness?
It only metaphorically.
Check the group chat.
See, I don't know if I can play this because I'm not using headphones.
It's not. It's just a GIF. There's no sound. I don't think.
Well, I think I linked the video version, so there can be sound if you want, but
I don't think it'll do it unless you, like, click the little speaker button. The sound's not really that important. Yo, he's pogging.
What you need is
I did watch it with the sound, but the sound was okay. That's what on earth is that?
Yeah.
Like
and I say that, and it opened in a tab in my browser where I keep all my Bandcamp links and stuff. And so when I closed it, I went directly to the Triple R Records catalog, which this site hasn't... Okay, it's been updated in terms of, like, what's on it, but literally the format of this has been the same since the early 90s.
Nice.
So it's like a list of, like, the band, like, to give you an idea, it's like got bands with names like 150 Murderous Passions, Algebra Suicide, Big City Orchestra, like...
Algebra Suicide was what I wanted to commit in 5th grade when I was failing math.
Boy Dirt Car. I'm not giving some of the, like, really offensive ones or anything, just the funny ones. Crystal Bell Scrod.
Shredney, I feel like you're letting this amusing website distract you from the fact that Ultra Instinct Shaggy is real. And he's coming.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat and is coming for us all.
He killed Scorpion and is coming for us next.
I was thinking sort of like George Washington. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
What?
You haven't seen the George Washington rap?
No, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, it's a really old video, but it is peak meme. It is beautiful meme.
Okay, apparently Bird knows it.
Yeah, Bird knows it. Like,
Epic friendly battles of history. Don't insult my friend like that.
No. It's like, it is not an epic rap battle of history thing. It is much better.
I would
it's
assume
like
not.
an animated video with a very silly rap about George Washington. 6 foot, in which at one point they say that he's 6'20" and made of radiation. And
that's just true.
And that he had a pocket full of horses and fucked the shit out of bears.
I got a pocket full of horses.
I don't like this, Trinity.
And
You're not doing a good job of selling this video.
He will save the children, but not the British children. He will save the children.
Trinity, you are doing a bad job of selling this video.
It is so bizarre. I can't.
This is some like end of the world era shit.
It is very end of the world.
But I am tired.
I mean,
the phrase "shoop in the whoop" entered my head.
No.
So I mean, we're kind of dealing with those vibes.
We are all tired.
We are all tired.
But I am tired.
And then, of course, you
guys remember when that guy
nuclear winter or Australia?
Do you guys remember when that guy made a second one of those like 10 years later about climate change?
Yeah,
he did.
Interesting.
I respect people who are willing to use their powers for good.
Yeah. It was decent. Not
Sick
quite
children.
not quite the lightning in the bottle of the first one, but it was solid.
I did a great job of what?
Yeah, no, see, Bird understands. It's so, that whole bit is so great. The part of it is that it's like not nearly as funny without the visuals, which are like,
oh wow, I remember this after that line was mentioned.
Yeah, as I said, he will save the children, but not the British children.
Sure. Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food and out hot eat the food?
The food? Has anyone really been as far as to decided to walk?
I tried to reference that meme to my sister, and she gave me a look.
Well, yeah.
I don't have that one memorized. And
the chat is just...
Yeah, same.
The chat is just a 20-car pileup of, like, ancient internet shit now. Do you see what you've done, Shredney?
I know, and it's beautiful.
It's not. I cannot go back to where I was in 4th grade, and you can't make me.
Well, everyone loves the me.
No, I was never here, as you whisper in my ear.
He was a man, but he was also a dragon. He was a dragon man, but he was still Trogdor.
Look like snow. Why am I singing a song that's...
I don't know! You tell me!
I don't know.
You fucking...
It's Phantom Limb by Seeming. That's a good song.
Everything... Like, yeah, cry. Sure. Do you want me to start rapping Boldy James's last album because that's a good album? I wouldn't do that to you.
I don't know why I'm doing it. It's just... I don't know.
Must be reflexive.
Yeah.
I would be entertained.
No, you really wouldn't. Is the thing. Also, we are not cut from the same cloth because he is Steel
Bull. Incidentally, it's kind of funny was that on the latest episode of Noise Extra, Anthony Saunders of Man is the Bastard, who was their guest for that episode, mentioned the Boldy James Alchemist collab as something he'd been listening to.
The one that came out this year, or the one that came out last
year?
Yeah,
the one that came out this year.
Okay, because there's two of them.
Yeah, it was like
At least 2. There might be more.
Yeah, he was, saying that, like, in terms of non-noise related recent listening, that it was like that was one of the things he'd been spinning a lot.
Alright,
I can't remember what the other
TBK equals the Burger King. Alright.
Do you think the Burger King and the Heartbreak Kid are related?
Oh my god.
Do you think the Burger Kingdom needs a
Wait
revolution?
a second.
I do.
Is it that explains why the Burger King, despite being a monarch, goes out among the people and does good. Because it's actually, like
Shawn Michaels in disguise.
It's Shawn Michaels in disguise trying to make up for the evils of the Montreal Screwjob.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That is such inside baseball. Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, anybody?
Wrestling bullshit.
Any hardcore Isaac players out there remember what the inverted fool does? Because I'm about to find out. Oh.
Whoa. What?
Well, first we fuck around, and then
we fight out.
Well.
Yeah.
Alright, started with the Void.
Okay, yeah, Trey and I went into some wrestling deep cuts. Not the deepest of cuts in wrestling, by any means, but, for anyone else, some bullshit.
I can't speak for Shredney, but I am a jabroni.
I'm gonna, one of these days, I need to just start talking about, fucking, the obscure V idols I follow on YouTube or something. Just completely baffle everybody and entertain no one at the same time.
My little sister and I watched the latest Adventure Time special with Finn and Jake after the end of the show. And,
oh god, that was actually great. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was really good.
If you care about spoilers for the third Adventure Time OVA, you should plug your ears for the next 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Could you talk about it another time then? Because I'm here.
I won't spoil anything then.
Okay.
I haven't seen the last couple of years of Adventure.
Shredney!
The primary reason I brought it up is because Finn uses the word jabroni and I freaked out.
Use the word jabroni. I forgot about that. That's early in the episode, I think, too, isn't it?
It's midway through.
Bubblegum and Marceline kiss happened literally 2 years ago at this point. You're behind.
I mean, I'm aware of certain things, so.
When did they?
But I don't want to be spoiled on
Vinesauce
really
is not a word. It's a
shit.
It's a
Beta B
network, I think. But Shredney, I feel like you've had ample time to catch up. The show ended a year and a half
I am
ago.
aware, but at the same time, it's
I will not spoil the OVA for you.
The way we're referring to it as that is just hilarious.
It's what it is! It's an original video animation!
Yeah, no, you're correct. It's just funny.
I'm aware of certain things, but
there's 3
don't talk plot points.
Gulp. Yeah, there's 3 of them, and I haven't seen they're not related to each other narratively, so you can watch them in whatever order you care to. I have seen the first and the third one. I have not seen the one about Marceline and Princess Bubblegum.
It's pretty good.
What did you think of the first one?
BMO was cute.
Yeah.
The second and third ones hit more for the actual emotions of it because they're dealing with stuff after the end of the show. But
that is fair. Can I tell you something? I think they got a great spin-off pilot, like, baked into that first OVA.
Yeah,
I really think they should just make a show about... What's the cat fella's name?
Y5.
Yeah, Y5. They should make a show about Y5.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And, like, their weird little space station thing that they live on. But, like... Man, what's Cartoon Network been up to lately besides that?
Like, a lot of the interesting stuff is happening on HBO Max, like the Adventure Time specials, and then I've been meaning to watch Jellystone as well because that one's the Hanna-Barbera like show that's based on all their shows and everything that's done by the Chowder Dude, C.H. Greenblatt.
I have heard various things about that show.
There's a body pillow show.
Yeah, it seems very un-Hanna-Barbera-ish humor, but maybe that's the point.
Well,
I don't really...
To be fair, later Hanna-Barbera is like early Cartoon Network.
This is true. Infinity Train
again,
Season 5. Don't do that to me, Edlin.
Rip.
I'm actually... Like, that happened.
So it's really perverse, is that I was actually getting around to thinking I should really actually start watching Infinity Train because I wasn't crazy about the pilot, but I was really interested from what I was hearing from various people, and then I was like, holy shit, it got canceled.
Like, I haven't seen the later 2 seasons.
Same.
But like season 1 was very good. Season 2 was like great. Like a genuinely excellent piece of television. One of my favorite things that came out that year. Season 3 and 4 were apparently very good too. And they canceled it because
I think the official reason that they gave was that they didn't have enough of an angle for kids to be able to enter the show.
Which I would get if it was still being carried exclusively on Cartoon Network. But it switched to HBO Max, and I thought that was why. Was because it's the primary audience it was attracting was young adults. So I my thought was okay, they're putting it on streaming to give it more of a chance. But then they just pulled the plug anyway for what would have been the same reason they canceled it on linear. So I don't really understand.
Which is stupid.
It's just very strange, yeah.
If it were just not doing numbers at all, that's a totally different thing.
I mean, maybe that is what it is, and they just didn't want to say that, but, if so, it's still, really shitty to not tell the staff beforehand, because that was, a whole thing, too.
The amount of fan uproar makes me feel like it would be, stupid of them eventually to, just leave that on the table.
Yeah, at least, a movie or something, because I know there was, an ongoing storyline throughout seasons 3 and 4, kind of, in the background.
Yeah.
Just to wrap that up, at least. It's, again, genuinely one of the best things Cartoon Network has ever produced, and they fucking canned it. Just...
Yeah.
There's honestly, it's been an interesting year for animation. It's been so long since we streamed that I have not made that I was not able to make even a single comment about Wonder Egg Priority, which is still my favorite show that aired this year. And anybody who thinks otherwise can kiss my ass.
My little sister watched it. She said that it was really good.
Hell yeah.
I am I'm I really want to I am gonna watch it, and I'm going to I do get this weird sense that I am going to like it.
Yeah, but probably.
It seems like
promises you can't keep.
here's the thing is that is that like it's weird. Is like I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do feel like given the vibe that I was getting.
Are you sure you don't, it's not that you think you're going to like it because I've said to you several times that I think you'd like it a lot?
No, not even that. I'm saying because it is like, because of like the little tiny things. It's not even like that I actually have like definitive things that I know about. It's just that it's like, oh, this seems like.
I mean, things have a vibe sometimes. I understand.
And it's sort of like there's
Hello
certain.
again, Alice.
I've run into like a couple of shows that like make me go, oh yeah, I think I would enjoy this.
I think is probably the best thing that's aired this year. There's some other stuff that I think is real good. Oh hey, yeah, Trey. Again, you can say these things out loud. I do want to talk with you about things you've seen also.
Yeah.
Tower of God is like great. Yeah, have fun with that.
The style of it is really fucking cool. Like I hate to admit it because I feel like it's embarrassing. But the reason I was interested in it and like I kind of didn't know anything about it going in. The reason that I checked it out was because the director did like a short for Adult Swim for fucking Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. They've done like all kinds of weird collabs. I don't really know anything about those shorts, but if they get more people to check out the other things that they've done, I guess that's good.
Like, I feel like that's a weird in, and given that people hate Rick and Morty now, it's kind of one thing that I feel like I probably wouldn't admit.
That's the fucking. Mom, I'm gonna kill you. No, but yeah, Tower of God is really good. I don't know if anybody has read the article I wrote last year where I like ranked all of the shows that I've seen that I saw last year. But that was near the top. I think I put it in like number 3 or something.
For extremely dumb reasons.
Well, Alice, I will give you a hug. I'm gonna hug you so hard.
Hey, I like a Scapegoat. That's a good game. What were you gonna say, Shredney?
Oh, I was gonna say is like that is like for reasons that are extremely dumb because it's like which amounts to me being very easily distracted. I read the first half of that list, which was of the bad things to it was okay, and it was still, you know, like I get why you generally don't write negative stuff, but you're still good at articulating your opinions.
I have a negative review like in the holster for the end of the season that I think is going to end up being okay. Like I don't have the review written yet, but I have body notes, which is like, you know, notes in paragraph form.
The ideas, the concepts.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna have to change too much when the season is over. But you know, look forward to that if you like reading my bad reviews for some reason.
Oh, is that the one about the show that? I think I know what show it might be about.
Why do you hate detectives so much? Oh.
It's
no
not
problem.
about detective, I don't think.
It may end up being about detective.
It may.
Let me put it this way. I don't think that show is awful, but I certainly don't think it's good.
I mean, I know that. You know,
Obviously,
like detective though. I know that like the review for detective is going to be meh.
It's going to be more of a post-mortem than a review, I think.
I was gonna say that's a post-mortem.
And I mean, I think I've only had one negative review go up this year, which was my review of Vivi Fluoride Eyes song. Which, God, that show was disappointing.
Yeah, I still need to see that one to assess it for myself, but I do suspect.
Alice, I'm gonna fight you.
Like, because I don't read your reviews of things I like that I'm.
No, that's fair. Yeah,
to,
I mean that's why I have the spoiler warning at the top of all my reviews.
Oh yeah, like because that's why I haven't like read more thoroughly into your thoughts on Wonder Egg Priority, because I am locked and loaded to review that, and actually, like, when I get off my hiatus,
I will watch that with you if you want.
I would be glad to do so, although at the same time I do kind of want to like chew on it myself. Although by myself I'm already going to be like re-watching the first season of Beastars and then watching the second season.
Yeah.
Because it finally did go to Netflix, so like I have no excuse at this point. And I adored the first season of that show. Like, just fucking shamelessly stan it.
People like that one. It's a good show, apparently. I didn't watch that one. I might watch it someday.
I would recommend it if you like.
It's like the thing that for shows like that, like, it's on the list, but I don't know how high on the list it is. Priorities shift around.
As a fellow fan of character studies, I think you'd enjoy it.
Perhaps you're right. Wow,
also, like,
I just completely ate it on that boss fight. That was embarrassing.
And also deeply weird speculative fiction with really interesting worlds. Where there's like a lot of complicated shit going on that is not like... It's not like about, like, the shit that's going on is not like the obvious world building shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's...
Like, it's like, it is not... You know how, like, people tend to, like... I'm not... It's not even a knock, but there's stuff that I think is fun for world builders, unless they have, like, a very specific special interest. Like, Tolkien and his languages. But, like, the thing about Beastars is, like, that a lot of the world building has to do with weird, mundane shit.
Yeah, true.
And it's extremely refreshing and often really, like, it's stuff that is both simultaneously kind of fucked up, but also like, oh, that actually completely makes sense, and we normalize way weirder shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Trey, you also said you watched a little bit of Decadence, right?
Yeah, like, just maybe the first, like, 5 minutes or so of the pilot, but, like, I'm gonna give that one a go.
Yeah, no, that show is, like, phenomenal.
I need to watch that one. Yeah.
That, I said this in my article about it, like the ranking article. It's like the strongest debut from a studio since Kill la Kill.
Made by Nut, right?
Nut Company, yes. And they people will nitpick that because they have made shows before, but they've all been co-productions, so I don't count those.
Yeah, that's sort of like the whole Shaft thing, and it's like, oh yeah, they worked with Gainax on Mahoramatic and stuff, but it's like
they're
Shinbo Gainax barely counts.
The studio is called
Not Gainax. The Shinbo Shaft barely counts.
The studio is called Nut Company, which is very fun.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like a perfect show, but I think its few weaknesses are made up for amply by its many strengths. That and Tower of God are both really good. My favorite show that aired last year, I think people know this, is Eizouken.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eizouken. Yeah, that's one that I
had
high on my priority list and still haven't watched.
That show is going to be... People will still be talking about that show in 2030.
I think that's because, well, honestly, that's the thing with what like with Masaaki Yuasa, is that like he, like, I mean, now he is being talked about way more than he was before, but I think he is going to be a director that is
people are coming around on him, definitely.
No, he is going to be like one of those people that people talk about like they talk about Anno.
Alice.
In fucking like
I do think
in a couple decades.
I don't know, maybe like one step below that, but if so, only one step.
Or
like a Satoshi Kon.
Yeah.
Well,
like my thought was like a Shinbo or somebody like that.
Yeah, definitely like Shinbo. Yeah, like Shinbo is a weird one for a number of reasons, but I think people will still talk about Shinbo because of how odd
also
the whole
like
is.
Yuasa has done a lot of different things over his career. Like Isaacan and my other favorite show by him that I've seen, Kaiba, are nothing alike at all.
And then
neither of those is like Devilman Crybaby or the Adventure Time episode he did.
He did do an Adventure Time episode. I forgot about that.
His Adventure Time episode is more like his shorts and episode direction stuff, like what he did on Space Dandy. But at the same time, those are nothing like...
He also did...
I was also going to say that those are nothing like the Tatami Galaxy, which is nothing like Kemonozume. Mm-hmm. Like, none of his individual shows are anything like.
Yeah, he's a very versatile. Well, I mean, I imagine part of that has to do with having a good team behind him, but like he's very.
Mind Game's another one, versatile. And Cat Stoop. Cat Stoop is really wild.
He also did the movie Ride Your Wave, which like nobody talks about, even though it's only a couple years old, and I thought that movie was like fantastic.
I don't think I've heard of it.
And he also did Lou Over the Wall, which
that one I've heard of.
Like I have a couple of friends who really, really like that one. But it kind of got overlooked because people were like, "Oh, it's Hanyo," but with music.
Yeah.
And
well, like that's another thing. Like, I think people are starting to get sick of that, like summertime movie, magical realist dramedy thing. And Ride Your Wave is one of those, and I think that might be why people didn't check it out.
Yeah,
because
I think
this year
Lou Over the Wall suffered similarly.
Yeah. And like this year, there's been Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop, which is another one that I think is kind of getting passed over. I haven't seen that one yet, so I don't know if it's actually good, but I suspect that it is for various reasons.
So here's the thing: what's ironic with like Trey, what you're saying with like a thing that didn't quite click with you with being Game of Thrones. It's funny, like in my group of friends, I was like the only person who was big into it, although the rest of my family was more into it than I was.
Yeah.
And it's like, and a big part of that is that it has really good character writing and dialogue. And there are elements to the world building that are really interesting because, and this is a thing that like not a lot of people seem to appreciate, but it's like George R. R. Martin didn't start out as a high fantasy writer. He started out as a science fiction and horror writer.
Yeah.
And he's basically way closer in terms of his writing to like a sword and sorcery writer in like a sort of quasi horror vein like Clark Ashton Smith than he is to like Tolkien. So like what the magic that shows up is real fucked up, and the history he's drawing on is way more like Romans and like weird distorted mythical versions of places rather than actual places.
Banned from my dad's house for pronouncing science fiction with a hard C. Hey Alice, I got bad news for you. Science fiction is pronounced with a hard C. It's not the science part. Hey, you guys wanna watch me take this enormous pill and hear the announcer scream his lungs out while I do it?
Sure.
You know, I mean, the good kind of taking horse pills. You know, as opposed to never.
No, I know what you're going for.
Topical
We don't need to talk about that shit.
Loving this zappy energy going on in the game right now.
Yeah, Jacob's Ladder is a great item.
You know, using
Risk Runner Destiny 2 vibes.
Ketamine mind bolts.
What?
Hello, I am DJ Tiesto with my ketamine mind bolt.
What the fuck are you referencing?
Why is your Tiesto like that?
I don't know.
I think
You
Freddy.
make it sound like a freaking Pickle and Peanut character.
I think Freddy may not know where DJ Tiesto is from.
He's from Sweden, I think.
Just decided to make him generically European.
I'm making him as generically European as possible, because, you know, it's the ketamine.
Hey, have you guys seen that fucking... I think it was originally...
There we go.
I think it was originally a TikTok, but I saw it, I think on Twitter of all places. This video of somebody edited like a performance he was doing, where he just goes, and this one's for all the coronavirus victims, and then it just hard cuts. It's just hard cuts to him playing like hard techno on his DJ set.
Ghetto was the Martin Luther King.
Oh,
thing.
was it? Okay.
What
is this? The glitch?
I don't think I've heard of this situation.
Yeah,
it sounds funny though. Good God.
This coronavirus thing was David Guetta.
He did that and the friggin' Martin Luther King bit.
David Guetta is a weird dude.
Oh my God.
He just says that, and then you just hear don't out of his
they really, I mean, like, although I do think that they may be like, you know, are in both, you know, at least partly like they're clearly exaggerated. Like, reports have been exaggerated, as it were. But at the same time, it's like, you know, it is kind of appropriate that they're both the two, dare I say, I don't like the term, but, like, hackiest electronic musicians.
I will... Listen.
Oh, boy.
Chainsmokers.
Oh, third... Okay, they're tied for second.
Let's fucking go! I got the Sacred Heart, everybody.
Like we're just, like, you know, the Chainsmokers are such an outlier that, like, the ones who have...
You guys are not even
legitimacy.
paying attention to the fact that I got the Sacred Heart.
Yeah, because we're talking about shitty EDM DJs.
We're having a battle of the worst EDM DJs. Yeah.
I have no input on this topic.
I quickly have to use the bathroom, but I do have to say, yeah, like, you bring up a strong point, but also at the same time, it's not fair, as I said, because the Chainsmokers are an outlier. They are the Spider's Georg of, you know, like, just hacky EDM.
Like, they have one song that I enjoy and then proceeded to make a song that sounded exactly like it, just with Coldplay on there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, I kind of think Closer is okay.
Yeah, Closer's fine. But...
Closer's pretty solid. Like, you're gonna hear Trey's Chainsmokers opinions in freaking 2021.
Oh man.
Goodness gracious.
I'm okay with that, actually.
The EPs that Roses and Closer are from are actually pretty solid. And then the album after that is where they started to kind of run out of ideas and copy their old stuff. And
oh yeah, that one is infamously, like, I think every single music reviewer who I know who covered that album, or not even covered it, some of them, like, refused to cover it because they, like, felt that strongly about it. You know, it's like one of those, I don't want to be that negative, You know what I mean?
Right. So
Yeah.
And then it gets better because the one after that is where they were like, "Oh, the critics don't like us. Well, we got to make like songs about how people hate us or whatever." Like,
oh no.
the album's name literally is "Sick Boy," and the title track is all about how like people.
Fucking song. Oh.
People.
Anyway, I'll be back in a sec, but we can continue to
rag on the Chainsmokers.
Electronic. I have music opinions so we can get into along these lines, but I don't know how
We're
much
replacing
of the show.
Logic segment of the show with Trey bullshit. Trey's bullshit about how the Chainsmokers
No, I
are
could
hacks.
fucking talk about Logic, but then Lily's gonna show up and be like, "Why are you guys talking about Logic again?" Which is, a fair question.
Goodness. I could also maybe mention how like Marshmello was like complicit in people ruining Lauren Mayberry's life, like harassing her and her band, like because they dared to be like, hey, maybe working with Chris Brown isn't a great idea there, bud.
I straight up just didn't hear about this because I don't follow that scene. That's terrible.
Yeah, like Chris himself got in on it and like said some real awful shit that made like his fans go after churches, and like it was a whole thing. They recently put an album out, and like the themes of it are very much rooted in that whole like having to deal with people's misogyny and having to basically like face up against like internet bullshit. It's I'm sure that Shredney probably has like, if not listened to the whole thing, then like heard enough about it to kind of also know where I'm coming from with it. But like it further reasons why Trey hates Chris Brown.
I mean, he's not a good man.
He's a
It's been an interesting month in music for yours truly. I don't know if you have been on Twitter lately.
A little bit.
I posted a very lengthy rant about a certain musician I used to like a lot and no longer do. And,
Alice says, I went to make burritos and I came back to mention of Chris Brown. Do I need to send the rescue team? Maybe, Alice, maybe.
Maybe the rescue team was inside us all along.
Can the rescue team be
maybe
the return of a band that I like that hasn't made music in like a year and I'm sad about?
Maybe the real Blast of Tempest was the friends we made along the way. That's a joke for nobody but me.
That's fair. I know that Drew Lou isn't hearing this, but if so, please come back, boys. I miss you.
Well, you know what they say about music.
I return.
Cool.
What do they say about music, Jade?
It sounds.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys can talk about the Chainsmokers while I run to the bathroom quick.
Oh boy. So I mentioned as well that like in addition to the Chainsmokers themselves being hacks, I don't know if I'd like count Marshmello among like their level of theory, but like it feels weird because like I can't place like a reason why I'm not like crazy about him. I'm just not.
It's that almost every production he does sounds the same.
Fair.
He uses almost identical cadences. He makes every artist he works with sound almost the same. He flattens out their personalities. And his whole aesthetic, he loves compression. Actually, I think I dislike Marshmello less personally, but as an artist, I have more contempt for him than I do for the Chainsmokers, which is funny. because the Chainsmokers are so gross, but like Marshmello just like he just is actually he is more the definition of a hack.
Like
in retrospect.
So the reason why, if you check the chat, Alice mentions me mentioning Chris Brown is because of their whole thing.
Oh yeah, that.
It was him and him working with Chris Brown after working with Churches, and Churches were like, "Well, are you
very upset?"
Yeah, are you kidding right now?
And he managed to like he didn't completely squash all the personality of out of Churches, but he squashed a fair amount of it, which is very annoying because like Churches, even at their worst, are distinctive.
Like, so have you heard any of the new album yet?
I haven't heard Love Is Dead yet.
So there's a new one.
Oh.
Screen Violence. It's actually really good. They worked on their own again, as opposed to bringing outside producers in, and it kind of like it's not quite on the level of Bones or Every Open Night, but it's got like it's got the vibes back where like you can tell that they're trying something more akin to the stuff that made us love them in the first place.
Yeah, because like the stuff that I heard after Every Open Eye was like Every Open Eye it grew on me. I still didn't love it quite on the level of the Bones of What You Believe. But the thing is, the Bones of What You Believe, I legitimately think is one of the best synth pop albums of the decade.
Yeah.
You know, like, it is fucking brilliant.
For my...
Like, there isn't a bad... Not only is there not a bad song, there isn't a not great song on that record.
For my money, I think that I'd say that Bones is, like, the stronger album of the two on an objective level, but, like, on a personal level, Every Open Eye has, like, has the songs that are like, representative of my love of the band.
I can understand that, even if I would object it.
What are we talking about?
That doesn't, but that's like a...
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Churches.
Yeah, more Churches stuff.
So, like, but yeah, like, Every Open Eye contained a really... The thing is, what's funny is, like, people give... Oh, God, his name is escaping me. Their male vocalist. Lead vocalist. Doherty.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin Doherty. They give him... Like, a lot of people give him shit because he doesn't have, like, a perfect technical voice. But he, on a High Enough to Carry You Over, he's, like... That might be one of my favorite songs on that record.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a very sincere song, and the groove is great. It's just a really fucking great song. Also, Leave a Trace. It's fucking undeniable.
The last minute of Clearest Blue is, like, just bliss on the level of, like,
that
my God.
That one builds up really well, though.
Yeah.
There are some, like, really strong... And also, live version... What's a weird one is, like, live versions of Neverending Circles, which are actually way more stripped down, are really good. They're completely different, though. Like, specifically, there's a Tiny Desk Concert version, which is, like, basically, like, transposed to, like, the relative minor. And it's, like, well, not the vocals, but, like, the chords, and it's, like, it feels so different. And it's really haunting.
Dane, what were you saying?
And bitter. Yeah.
Would you like to hear about the time and music I'm going through lately?
Yes. Tell us.
Yeah.
On a much less good note. Well, Shredney, you know about some of this already.
Could I quickly, before we get into that, because that is a topic unto itself, could I just finish the thing with the Churches thing?
Sure.
But yeah, like, after that album, I was like, what I had heard, which admittedly wasn't very much, I just get, like, a vibe from it, And, generally my vibes with albums like that, my intuition is good with this because I got the same sort of vibe with Arcade Fire's, God, what was it called? Everywhere Now, Everybody Now, or something like that. And I just, knew it was going to suck. And it turned out it was, their worst album by a country mile. And, and I got the same kind of, I'm gonna try it, but I don't think it's gonna be fantastic. And I was hearing from a lot of, fans and stuff that it was it's pretty mid. And it's now what you're saying with the newer one of them going back to it might not be on the level of the first two, but it's it's at least got that spirit, is that is heartening to me because I think they're a band with an incredible amount of potential.
Yeah.
And I think they could actually make it big over here, and that's sort of what pissed me off about the Marshmello collaboration, was it sucked what was great about them. Except for, Lauren's voice.
Of course.
Is always excellent. But still. Anyway, Jane, oh my god.
Here we go.
If Kanye West ever does another fucking stadium event in Chicago ever again, I am going to destroy him atom by atom.
Oh god. Attack and dethrone Jesus.
I don't even... Can I be honest with you? I didn't even listen to Donda. I don't want to listen to Donda. I'm angry that it exists, and I'm angry that people think I should listen to it.
My brother has enjoyed it, and I personally have not listened to a Kanye West record since Pablo, and I feel like that's probably a good decision that I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, no, you're good. You got all the worthwhile ones. Also, get your brother in here. I'm going to reduce him to gluon plasma. Don't actually, but
But so
I just don't go on.
I'm so glad, in a way, that I never really got big into Kanye.
You know what's the fucked up thing?
At one point, it was worth it.
Here's the fucked up thing. Even as recently as the last album, which was ungodly bad. Jesus is King is a horrible record. I would have been well, you should still listen to his old stuff because it's I don't even think that anymore. He has at this point released almost as many bad albums as good ones. He's gotten to Eminem status of are you just gonna keep making albums that are various levels of terrible for the rest of your career?
Or not even terrible, but just...
They will be terrible to me, because I would listen to them.
What I was going to say is... essentially spiritually hollow, and even if they are sonically quote-unquote ambitious, they're not actually ambitious for them.
It's just the thing is, they would be terrible to me because every time I would listen to them and I would be this is the guy that made College Dropout, Graduation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, all these other great albums that are rightly considered some of the best music of the decade they came out in. And I honestly don't give a shit what he makes now. It's not the same, and it can't be the same because he's not the same person anymore.
It's
the thing that really I don't know why this is what did it for me, because he's done things that are almost objectively worse, the whole fucking MAGA period before Ye came out, which that album is one of the worst albums I've ever heard from a major musician. Like, but the thing that did it for me was he had the song. I don't even remember the name of it now, but it was a collaboration with Jay-Z, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is gonna be what makes the album worth it." He's gonna reunite with Jay-Z, and he's gonna make a
Watch the Throne style.
Yeah, he's gonna this is what's gonna pull him back. Basically, it was what people thought. It was like, oh, this is gonna make the past couple of years all worth it. And then before the album came out, he fucking cut Jay-Z's verse from the record and replaced it with a verse by DaBaby. And I feel like that is Kanye's entire period of his career in a nutshell.
I thought from what somebody said, I may be mistaken, that in the final cut, that Jay is back on.
I don't believe that's the case.
I'll have to look at it, but I do recall that was
I mean, I can just go check. It'll be on Wikipedia.
Because there were at least a few verses which people were real pissed. The possibility, in the second to last draft that he cut, that he
I mean, I feel like I would have heard about it if it had been put back
but
on. I'll just look it up.
Oh yeah, it's still on there, but it's still not very. It's a mixed bag.
I got the power of the internet on my side.
Okay, let's see. Can
I please just use my fucking browser? Thank you.
Yeah, on the second jail.
I think that's a different song. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's I have no idea.
He is on the record.
He's credited as a writer. I don't know what that means. The features are not listed on this page.
Scrolling down.
Features vocals by Jay-Z. Does that mean that he's actually on it, or whatever? Honestly,
he shows up on more than one thing.
I barely care, to be honest. But
it doesn't really. It's the principle of the thing of this weirdness.
Even if it was just the idea that he was at one point going to be cut and replaced with fucking DaBaby, who is another musician that I used to like before he turned out to be a horrible fucking person. But you cannot tell me that Kanye West had ever spared a thought to that man before he, this whole fucking thing where he was, saying homophobic shit at a concert and got backlash for it. You can't tell me that.
It's exhausting.
A consequence of how egotistical his music is that I know Kanye well enough to know that he didn't care about DaBaby before he became the center of a controversy. He thinks that all attention is equal, and he thinks that the fact that people are paying attention to that guy must mean that he's worth working with.
So when's the Tory Lanez collab then?
I'm fucking shocked that he's not on the album, honestly. Also, Go-Go is right. Kids See Ghosts is a horrible record. Overrated as hell, and just not... It's an okay Kid Cudi album that Kanye happens to be on. And I don't really like Kid Cudi in the first place, so...
Although, on the other hand, Kid Cudi, it was kind of funny, the whole tweet exchange with Lil Nas X.
That was this past week. That was
endearing.
I just, he seems like a fine guy, I guess. I just don't really like his music. But yeah, I don't know. So that's been my past few weeks musically. Not even a few weeks. It's been a couple days. What am I even saying? It feels like a few weeks.
I mean, with the Donda rollout, technically it had been a couple weeks.
But just people being but you have to listen to the album to I don't care anymore. I do care, but I care in the same way that the way I care about anything that I want to just stop. I just want it to not be happening anymore.
Yeah.
And like the whole like album rollout process is really fucking tedious, which is why I'm kind of glad that, you know, in recent years it's sort of been supplanted by like, hey, I'm putting out an album tonight, surprise. Like, I like that approach much better.
Honestly, the whole thing with
like,
and I like one thing I will say that's, you know, like, and you know, like, I you know, while I am, and I don't mean this in the sense of like, oh, I just like her music, as in like I'm not somebody who follows Beyonce really, but you know, the whole like, oh, I'm just gonna release this album out of nowhere thing. I actually like the precedent she set there.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to use this as a flex and then make it a thing that other people who are, you know, like, feel emboldened to do because I do.
Which, like, hey, turns out if you make actually compelling music, you don't need to do a fucking 3-month-long rollout.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, no. Just, like, you mention, you can say, I'm working on an album, but you don't have to be like, and then you can, like, say like a week ahead of time, or even the day, it's out.
But, like, and I never thought I'd be in a position where I'm saying this. I don't dislike the man nearly as much as I currently dislike Kanye West. But now there's a fucking Drake album coming out, I think literally tomorrow. So that's gonna be a whole thing too. And I'm just
boy.
I'm just tired.
And also, like, and seeing that cover was one of the first times that I not just understood, but viscerally understood the dislike of Damien Hirst.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know who made that cover? Damien Hirst.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like I viscerally understood it. And I was like, yeah, no, I totally get it.
Bunch of fucking...
I get why people fucking...
Pregnant women emojis arranged in a grid. Just, like, genuinely one of the strangest album covers of all time. Like, anyway, I'm sorry that this turned into, like, me ranting.
No, but it's like...
Just...
I highly recommend people actually read the little article that Jane wrote.
It's not an article. It's a rant that I typed out and put on fucking Pastebin.
But it is... But the irony is, it is still, despite being a Pastebin rant, is legitimately one of the best, like, pieces about the difficulties and, like, the points where the whole concept of separating art from artist breaks down that I've ever read.
Yeah,
it's
cool
actually an excellent piece of writing. And I think we should be proud of it.
Well, thank you. I don't know.
It's
like,
just... No, like, you are a way more articulate and intelligent writer than I think you ever give yourself credit for.
Well, thank you for that. I always kind of feel like I'm just sort of making it up as I go, but I guess that's what imposter syndrome is, so...
Yeah, it's a combination of imposter syndrome and being... Honestly, like, when you are a person who actually has self-awareness and, you know...
My
like,
Out of Touch Thursday piece, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like, you're like, the thing is, the ability to... The problem, it's wild, is, like, there is a tendency with, like, bad think piece writers to apply too much, you know, like, well, I mean, and it's, like, the reason why that term, other than just being a silly-sounding term, is, like, such poison to me, is, like, you know...
I really feel like think piece should be, like, the old English word for your brain.
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
Go on.
It's like, is, like, of, you know, assigning undue importance to something they want to use to make a point about something in the most obnoxious way possible. The thing is, like, the difference between that and, like, a good essayist is that a good essayist is able to draw out the poignant aspect and the greater context of seemingly mundane things, and make you realize how they tie into things which are important and kind of life-affirming in a way.
I like to think I do that, and on days where I'm in a good mood, I think I accomplish it at least some of the time. And then some days, my self-esteem issues get the better of me, and I'm like, I don't know why anybody reads about that. I don't know. I think I think my piece on Wonder Egg Priority is probably the thing I've written this year that I'm most proud of.
In terms of stuff that's a little bit older, your immediate response to watching Rebellion was astonishing.
Oh, thank you. I think that movie is amazing, and I think Walpurgis Night Rising is going to be even better.
I am hoping that it is.
I think I can tell you what I think is going to happen, because this is like a tendency I've noticed that I just the things that I tend to like and the way they tend to line up with the public consensus. I think I'm going to like it as much as or even more than Rebellion, and I think most people are probably not going to, especially if it goes in the direction that I kind of think it will. But we'll see. I shouldn't make assumptions. Again, Urobuchi is not exactly a predictable writer, so who knows?
I, incidentally, different writers obviously, but I am really looking forward to actually watching more of, Magia Record.
Oh yeah, Magia Record, the season that's airing right now, the second season, is the best thing airing right now.
I'm excited.
The honestly, the only competition it has is Sunny Boy, which is so different that they're hard to compare.
Yeah, there's situations where there are shows, there will be a couple of shows which I would say, oh, these are brilliant, but they're different enough that I am not going to have to compare them.
I am Adult Swim is 20 years old. No, the current Precure season is really good too. I'm not saying that everything else that's airing is bad, because I certainly don't think that. I think the current Pretty Cure season's pretty good. Kageki Shoujo / Stage Girls is pretty good. I think Aquatope on the White Sands is alright. I think the current Love Live season is quite good. There's quite a few things airing right now.
Because of some of the frustrations you'd expect expressed about Aquatope, that you're going to be more negative.
Aquatope is a weird one, and I don't know because it's a 2-core show. I don't know if by the end of it it's going to turn out to be a weird one in a good way, or a weird one in the same way that 22/7 was. I guess we'll find out.
I mean, but at the same time, it's I don't know.
And even, like I said, like I've been saying, even The Detective Is Already Dead is not bad, it's just not good. It's very weird.
It is a I have not seen I've only seen half of the episodes.
The thing that kills me about Detective is that its first episode is actually amazing.
The first episode is very strong, but at the same time I could sort of see the seeds of where it could go very wrong.
And it kind of has, but not entirely. It's weird. That's one where the again, also, in my article on it, there's going to be more of a post-mortem than anything. How did we get here?
A part of what's weird about it is the really good parts of the Detective is when it goes fucking gonzo.
Yeah, I will say, Bird. I don't think anything has been as good as the first episode, but you're coming up on some of the better episodes. If you're 4 episodes in.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to spoil
where
it,
we went,
but yeah.
where everyone in the group watch we were doing was like, "Holy shit!" And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show is very odd. I forgot. Blue Reflection Ray is still airing. I actually think that show is really good. And no one is giving it a chance because it kind of looks like trash. But
I mean, like in our friend group, there are people.
Luna likes it.
Yeah, Luna is very good.
It is. You know how in Magical Girl stuff, on some level, the bad guy is often kind of an anthropomorphization of like negative feelings or things that cause them. In Blue Reflection Ray, the like ultimate bad guy they fight is the embodiment of like total emotional burnout, which I think is that's hard to write, and by God, do they try. It is to some extent, like I like the show just because it tries so hard. It is like, I don't know who, because like the staff list does not contain many names I'm super familiar with. Somebody, or maybe a number of somebodies, working on Blue Reflection Ray, like, really believe in it in spite of the fact that nobody's watching it, basically. Like, in Japan, it's doing so badly that the Blu-rays were canceled.
Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Which is not a thing that happens very often.
That's, like, ridiculous.
And the crazy thing is, the Blu-rays are canceled, but the game that is, like, also in this, like, shared universe is still coming out. So, like, I don't know if, like, this is some, like, rich person's pet project or what the fuck is going on. But, like,
something.
I'm glad that whoever is funding it is. It is a actually very good show.
Yeah, I was just sort of like, what I sort of feel is, and this is at least partly going by scene of the show, is it's like, you're talking about it trying trying its best. That's like that's Gakmoe, isn't it?
Shut the fuck up, Trinity.
It's like you try very hard, and that's what's endearing.
It is. I mean, I guess kind of. Yeah, I do legitimately think that it has strengths, like outside of that.
But
it's just that they're very much like I do like the way the show looks, but bye, Wom. Have a good night.
Take care.
Good night, Wom.
I do like the way the show looks, but the animation is like straight up bad a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So and a lot of people place a lot of stock in that, and I understand why.
What I got from what I saw of it is the animation is not great, but the shot composition and general directing is very good.
Yeah, my hope is that after this project, whatever happens to it, the people, like especially the director and the writer, get to work with a studio that can properly give them the tools that they need. Because the JC staff might have been that studio in like 1995, but they're not anymore.
Yeah, like this feels in some respects, what it makes me think of is like those weird magical girl shows that came out. Like the thing is, everybody thinks dark magical girl shows. Like a lot of people think, well, they're less under this illusion now. But like for a while there, people were like, oh, Madoka, or even like Nanoha, like, oh, dark magical girl. No, that stuff goes back to, like, fucking, even before this. But, like, in that post-Evangelion wave, you had, like, Utakata and Figure 17. And, like...
It does feel vaguely... I mean, there's clearly, like, some amount of Madoka on board, but, like...
Yeah, but I'm saying
it does feel like a bit like that, too. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's like, it's not just drawing on the Madoka thing, it's also drawing on, like, a slightly older generation of that, which did, to my understanding, and just a thing about I noticed with it as well, is also often have the just ambient lesbianism.
Yeah, that's one of the things...
A genre staple at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's been a genre staple since before it was a genre.
Yeah, it's, it's like there's a whole universe of shows like that. What? Over our lengthy hiatus, this is on a completely different note, I watched fucking Magical Girl Racing Project. That show sucks. That show is not good.
Although you have noted that I think you gave it like a 5.
I gave it a 5 because I didn't regret watching it.
Yeah,
which is the line that I use.
Bad, but you don't.
It's bad in a mostly entertaining way, and there's several characters who. This is a thing I always end up feeling, and some people think it's silly, but I'm like, I kind of wish this character was in a better show.
No, that was our feeling on a handful of characters in Speed Grapher as well.
Gogo's gonna be mad because we mentioned the SG show again.
Okay, we haven't talked to you about this since we actually we haven't been on Shapes and Forms since we actually started the podcast, so we're just gonna lay it out here. We have 2 episodes out so far. We were supposed to get a 3rd one out sooner. It'll be out comparatively soon, hopefully.
It will be out this month unless something happens.
Featuring the boy.
So, but okay, first one was about And Get the Town Moves. Spoilers, And Get the Town Moves is good. Spoilers for second episode, Speed Grapher fucking sucks.
It's not a very good show.
It is.
I don't want to talk about Speed Grapher. We need to move on. There's an hour and 40 minutes of us talking about Speed Grapher at length. I don't want to talk about Speed Grapher anymore.
And I admit I've listened back to it and it's actually very fun. So
I'm glad you feel that way. I have not listened back to it, and I probably won't ever.
That is entirely valid.
Oh yeah, no. The reason I watched MGRP is because I put it up to a Twitter poll between that and Fate Zero, one of the most critically acclaimed anime of the past decade. Which I did watch afterward, yeah. But I was like, oh, this will be funny. Obviously Fate Zero is gonna win because people like that show. And
people like Fate Zero.
And Magical Girl Racing Project absolutely crushed it. Both because of the influence of people like Alice, who had never heard of it and just voted for it because it had Magical Girl in the title, and a couple people who follow me on Twitter who are I did not know this kind of Fate haters and wanted to make me watch the other thing first.
So they're actually assholes, and just instead of being funny assholes.
I don't think so. I think it's
kidding slightly.
I think it's just But I did watch it. There is a character in that show named Hardcore Alice, and that is maybe the best name that any character has ever had in anything.
Yeah, Hardcore Alice sounds like a member of an idol death metal group.
I really like also that spoilers for a show that none of you care about. Like, they all have, like, a power.
Huh?
I believe Trey is still here. Trey?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're just getting into the stuff that I don't really have as much of a
I'm sorry.
contribution to the conversation for, but it's okay. It's part of it.
Yeah.
It's part of the appeal.
Okay. But like they all have a power, and hers is that she can't die, which is very funny because she super does anyway. It's a show.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just... I have to use the bathroom again, but I'll get back. But I have something related, but with it involving a different show to mention.
I think this is going to be our last Isaac run before we switch over to chess. I have never tried streaming chess.com before. That's going to be interesting.
Chess.com.
Chess.chess.
Chess.chess.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I started playing chess during our hiatus.
A regular Beth Harmon over here.
Is that the girl from the Queen's Gambit?
Yes.
I have never seen the Queen's Gambit. I also don't like playing the actual Queen's Gambit because I don't understand it.
It's a surprisingly engaging show. I didn't think that I was going to enjoy it nearly as much as I did.
It's apparently real good. Yeah, I just haven't. I haven't seen it. This new thing. Yeah.
My brother has a really weird vendetta against it. He refuses to watch it because it's about chess.
Alright. Well, your brother's gonna be in real trouble when I position a knight in an L shape away from him, and he doesn't know what to do.
It's got a bishop on a diagonal against him.
Yeah. Do you think Yuki Nagato enjoys chess? I might be making this up, but I think there's literally a scene in the show where she plays chess, isn't there? Or maybe not in the show, that might be in the books, but I think that's true. I might be wrong. Is that true? Somebody help me out here.
That's Haruhi?
Yeah.
I'm blanking. I don't think I've seen enough to say.
Nah, it's okay. I'm just I have read the first 5 books. I've read the books past where the show adapts. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think the books are very good. I don't know if that's with a light novel. There's always the question of is it the book or is it the translation? But either way, I did not find them a pleasant reading experience.
Yeah. I mean, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, no, you're right, Go-Go. She plays chess with Itsuki at one point. I forgot about that.
Aw, thank you for the compliment, Alice. That's really kind of you.
Yeah.
I had to learn to like my voice because
you have a nice voice, right?
With the radio thing, you kind of have to become comfortable with hearing yourself, and I've said it before to some of my other friends where maybe it might sound a little bit narcissistic if you're coming from a context outside of that, but for the radio thing, I figured out how to make it kind of have the flow and the feeling that I wanted it to.
Yeah.
For that context, and so it made it so that I was more comfortable with it the longer I was in that field.
Yeah. That makes... I don't think that's narcissistic. I think that makes sense. Also,
nice.
Alice, if you were interested in reading the books, you should not trust my opinion, and you should read them anyway. because I have been told by other people before that I have no taste in light novels.
Yeah, what? You don't like fucking Sword Art Online 25?
No. I don't like the boogie pop light novels, and those are like people like those. So I don't know. I think maybe the format is just not for me.
I mean, that's fair.
So,
hello again, Trinity.
So I was getting to thinking because of something that you Mentioned that is like a fairly minor thing in Magical Raising Girl Magical Girl Raising Project is of there being a minor character who is trans, who isn't handled aggressively horribly, but isn't handled well.
Boy, that character is a... Here's the thing, okay? She dies. It's not really notable that she dies because it's a death game series. Almost everybody dies.
Yeah.
But I wish she hadn't.
Yeah.
And they also killed a canon lesbian couple. So, like, it does kind of leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, I get that. I was sort of thinking about, like, a weird kind of thing, which is...
What is that character's name? I forgot. She has, like, a sword. It's pretty cool.
Is sort of the thing is... And, like, while people will deny it because it isn't, like, talked about in those terms, it's just kind of reminded... So, okay, it is spoilers, but it kind of is... Okay, like, I'm not gonna, like, get into, like, exacting detail with, Hunter x Hunter. There is actually a very good kind of thing going on, which is... There is a character who shows up fairly late in who is a young trans girl.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this, yes.
And they kind of... What's kind of interesting, and is that they kind of, like... They leave you to read between the lines with that fact, because the character is consistently presented, presenting as feminine and referring to herself in, feminine pronouns. And the one character who is a family member of hers who actually understands and respects and loves her consistently refers to her in feminine terms. And is, very insistent about it. And the people who, know her through that friend do so. And so on and so forth. And then you see the other members of her family who, because there's a long story with this, but they are very afraid of her, and in some cases just straight up hold her in contempt. Use either male pronouns or refer to her in dehumanizing terms. And it's very telling. And it's just like... And
yeah.
It's like... But at the same time, she gets
like
the
sometimes.
happy ending in things. Yeah. And she has has an amazing amount of steel for, like, a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, no, I've seen this character before. It's the girl with, like, the headband, right? She's, like...
Yeah, she's lovely. And also, she is...
Watch that show
this is a way bigger spoiler,
well, don't. I actually do want to watch Hunter x Hunter.
Okay, well, I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But it's... There's another wrinkle to it that's interesting, which may be relevant to some, some neurodivergent folks here, especially ours.
You know what I think? I think our whole audience is lovely people, and we're lucky to have them.
Aww. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
we have a very good audience. I
have to confess, I was actually going to say something else, but I forgot what I was going to say mid-sentence.
But I do think that it is telling that, like, with our audience, is that we've wound up just, like, casual friends with them otherwise.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, hey, you're cool, actually. Yeah. Let's hang out. It's like, y'all are good folks.
Yeah. Boy, this is a boss fight. I almost said a wall fight, which is also true.
The spider dude's cool looking.
It's like, what if you had a boss fight with a soundtrack with Harsh Noise Wall?
Treadney.
Dude.
Treadney.
Dude.
Going to reduce
sound
you to,
of a
going
sound
to
for bong hit.
Going to reduce you to gluon plasma.
I do not have a bong.
It's from
so I can't. You know, but I do, if I'm not mistaken, like at this point, you know, weed is basically legal in Pennsylvania.
That's one of those things, like, this is gonna sound insane. Like, I'm like, I think that's a trap. Like, I think they want you to think it's legal, and then
well,
you go to jail anyway for reasons.
Here's the thing, I don't know if it is legal at a state level. I know that on a local level, it's an extreme no one gives a shit in Philadelphia. Like, it is a very, like, there is a nuisance fee for smoking weed in public, in open areas. And that nuisance fee is like $50. But they won't actually stop you from smoking weed. What they will do is just hand you a ticket, and then you just keep walking along. There was a friend of mine actually saw this go down.
I don't know, that's one of those things where, like, sure, if you're well off, $50 is nothing. If you're me, $50 is crippling.
Oh, I mean, I get it. But it was like, there was a dude outside of, like, Jefferson Station on Market Street. This dude, like, smoking a fucking blunt. Walking down the street. A cop just gave him a look, and he kept walking.
I mean, that's kind of been my experience here, too, in Chicago, but, like, again, it's the same thing.
Really,
like, I don't trust the cops around here to be, like...
Yeah, I mean, and I'm saying that, and I don't trust Philly cops. I don't trust cops.
Yeah, no, I get you, but, like, the Chicago PD is notoriously one of the most corrupt in the country.
So is Philly.
I mean... I don't
Philly
know.
under Rizzo was like
I don't know. I just feel like it's a trap.
I mean,
it doesn't matter in practice because, like, I don't smoke anyway. But
I mean, but like I'm just saying,
like
is like, but like the thing. Well, I mean, part of it with Philly is like, is that we, you know, like our local DA. Like, is aggressively against prosecuting things like that in the first place.
Helps. Yeah.
So,
but like
and like, as much of an asshole as our police commissioner is.
Fredney, though, have you considered that it could possibly be a trap? Is Admiral Ackbar gonna jump out? No,
like,
I just like
mouth.
Okay, that would be a very funny image. No, but just like, I don't know. I don't trust like that.
I mean, I don't trust people that disappoint me. Something means.
I don't need friends. They disappoint
me. You could you could shop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one.
I think it would be very funny one day to do a Twitch broadcast of the entire Magic Planet Classics playlist.
Oh boy.
Also super against the terms of service, but like, oh well.
We could do commentary.
Commentary on the Magic Planet Classics playlist.
I mean, yes.
It's the riff tracks thing where you don't include it, but you have like.
Oh God!
Yeah. Let's not do that. I mean, with commentary as in it's actually playing.
I don't know.
And also, we have it like as a secret unlisted video on the YouTube channel, so they can't like do the bot thing.
I mean, the bot still looks at unlisted videos and private videos.
Jesus fucking Christ!
That's not determined by viewership. There's like a whole back end that does all that. Which, again, I've said this before, but like I'm pretty sure that if you like put a gun to somebody's head and told them to change it, they wouldn't be able to. I don't think anybody's in control of that thing anymore.
I feel like
maybe I'm letting them off too easy, but like.
Honestly, there was actually a great Tom Scott video about this, which was like that. The thing is, ultimately, the irony of YouTube's system is it sucks, but it isn't But what's really broken fundamentally is like the entire system, which makes YouTube's copyright system almost like. That's almost the most reasonable way they could approach it because of how shitty copyright
law is. I'm not talking about the system itself. I mean, like, the bots.
Yeah, I know. The bots are... But that's also because of the fact that it's, like... It's just, like...
They'd have to hire so many people. Yeah, no, like, I mean, I understand. But, like...
Yeah, like, copyright in... Like, copyright in general and fair use in general is just such a fucking...
It's just... I feel the same way about the, like, anti-harassment bots that Twitter uses. I'm like... You can't tell me anybody's at the wheel anymore. Like, I don't believe it.
It's sort of like... It's also like... That was reminding me of the whole... Well, okay, this is a totally different thing.
This is like the only conspiracy theory I believe in, I guess.
I was just reminded of, like, the whole thing of how, like, you know, the awful right-wing YouTuber Steven Crowder consistently harassed the Vox guy, Carlos Maza, for, you know, in really homophobic ways.
No, I actually super don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Or, like...
It sounds terrible.
And it was really bad.
And he, like, reported it over and over, and they gave him, like, a slap on the wrist, and then as soon as that happened, you know, like, him not being able to monetize his, you know, Crowder not being able to monetize his videos, which is all they did, when he should have been thrown off the fucking platform, then, Maza, you know, got bombarded with, you know, like, Crowder's psycho fans, saying, you know, that, like, what he was doing was, you know, harassment. And, in turn, videos about it, you know, like, by people saying, oh, yeah, he's, you know, Crowder's been harassing this guy, were cited as harassment.
I feel like this episode got sad at some point.
Thankfully, Maza is doing well.
Well, that's good.
And Steven Crowder is a hollow, miserable shell of a man who will eventually...
Let's talk about princesses. I mean...
just disintegrate.
We recognize no ruler here but the self.
Yeah, indeed.
Something authority is a spook. I don't know. This is Trendy's bit, not mine.
I am my own property, etc., that which pleases me, etc., something. Rent seeking is slavery, etc.
Read the questions. We read 2 of the 3. We literally only got 3 of them.
What was the third one?
What was the third one? Hold on.
Hypothetically speaking. Okay, I saw it.
Oh god, we got 4 more in... Okay. Will I watch? When will I watch Futari wa Pretty Cured with Gogo Otaku? Whenever we both have the time, Gogo. Have I ever thought about collaborating in any music project? I actually have done stuff with both Shrevny and Trey before. Not a ton, but it is out
Dana
there.
Miners come back when?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna... Oh, yeah, and...
I want to watch anime. Can we get Crunchyroll, Dad? Hold on. Did people hear about this?
What was the anime? I'm trying to remember.
It was the
Pretty Cure All Mode.
Yes.
Pretty Cure All Mode. There we go.
Yeah, it was Rex MD, and the show that they referenced was Kira Pretty Cure All Mode.
Because his daughter loves Pretty Cure.
The video that friend of the channel Pike made of that comic is a wonderful piece of internet.
Yes. Friend of the channel Pike is extremely based, and you should go follow her.
Based and Maho built.
Extremely.
Alright, well that's the end of Isaac for tonight. Didn't successfully complete even a single run. That's fine.
Dun, 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 dun,
let me toss up the banner while I try to figure out.
I know I let God down.
Can you please stop? Well, the other one was just, why did they call it oven when you oven the cold food of out hot eat the food, which is a great question.
There was like the thing which
there was one, like the crux of that question is, what's your favorite kind of fidget toy? Which, I like the cubes, because I like the little buttons that they got on them.
Mostly I just stim by waving my hands. So, I don't know.
What about you, Trey?
Let's see. I like spinners. I know it's cliche, but I still enjoy how they feel.
I think fidget spinners are like pretty cool. I have one somewhere. I
do also like to just do it with like just a good piece of music and my entire like upper body.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Oh, I just want to say was Jane was that like Jane and I have sort of had an idea a while ago of doing like a full collaborative album, and I don't know when we're.
I would like to do that sometime. It's just a matter of like I don't make that much music anymore to begin with. It's a matter of like coordinating.
Finding the energy and also I work really slowly in general, or rather I work really quickly in short bursts, and then I will abruptly just stop because not because I'll necessarily burn myself out, but because my executive just wants to spare that.
What is my favorite chess piece to eat? The knight. Next question.
However, what I was gonna say was,
let me know if this is too loud, by the way, folks.
I have been working of late on an album for my sort of experimental noisy project Subaltern, which is also has some potentially I was thinking of working on some of my extreme metal influences in that. So that's a fun time had by all.
Hey Shrevny.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting taken for a ride by this person.
Taken for a free ride?
Do not expect me to actually win any of these chess games, by the way, chat. Just like full disclosure.
I am feeling cramps. I shall be back in a second.
Alright.
Be safe. Wear gaiters.
Beware of gators.
I will befriend the gators. Not the gamer gators. Those are gross. The alligators.
I take like a look. Now you need to. Oh, okay. Yeah. I like a pawn as a snack in between the larger pieces. You ever see something, Trey, and you're just like,
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time. Honey jump bluff. Eat a chess piece.
How is that not checkmate? Oh. Well, you know, that's a good dang point. Yeah. That was... I thought I had it in the bag, but I don't. And now you can just take my rook, because I didn't think about that move for more than half a second. I'm not really sure that chess is going to be something I stream often, or even, like, more often than maybe literally just today. It's just like, I was doing the preparation for this stream and realized I had nothing to play. Really.
That's fair.
Other than Isaac.
I feel like it's a little weird that like I'm not into chess, given that like it's the game that's considered like the big intellectual thing or whatever, and like that's the reputation that I have among my family members where like
yeah, I mean I wasn't into it before like earlier this year. It was fun. There's also quite the learning curve, as I found out.
Yeah, that tracks.
And I mean, Blitz Chess is not, which is what I'm playing now, is like not quite as thinky, because you only have 5 minutes on your clock per person.
Yeah.
But, you know, still definitely, you know, get into some thinking. It's a good, honestly, I think it's a very fun game.
Yeah.
Chess being only for smart people is propaganda by the chess lobby. I mean, like, I don't think you have to be, like, smart to be good at chess. I think you just have to want to be good at it and also apply yourself very consistently over a very long period of time. It is a game with many layers. Like an onion.
Hey, girls, did you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
What?
My Google Assistant went off.
Alright.
Okay, so...
You already know what the fuck going on.
Right. So...
Wait, no.
This person is not that good.
I mean, he's winning. So, if he's bad, how bad am I?
Like,
look, Go-Go, I don't want to talk about sexism in the chess playing community. It is, like, a problem, even still. I think most people, at least, at least have the good sense to not say sexist things anymore. But that definitely doesn't apply to everybody. There was a controversy about that a couple years ago with, I think, Nigel Ford. He's an English chess master. I mean, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm being misrepresented. I don't think it's like, you know. Oh, I didn't realize I re-challenged the same guy. Whoops. That's fine. Like, you know, I don't think it's like the crowning achievement of the human race or anything. I just think it's fun. Also, like, all of these things apply only to, like, you know, chess grandmasters who are, like, an extreme minority of even very good chess players.
Hey, so...
Yeah?
Like, Jane, earlier you had, like, you had that unheld holding the position with respect to, like, yeah, like, it's just...
Yeah, right?
Watching other people play games is both interesting and deeply frustrating as somebody who plays games.
Yeah, no
bad. You do that?
It's literally against the terms of service and website.
I know, but like, why did you do that?
Why would I do what?
All of that.
Because I'm trying to talk to you at the same time? Oh, no, that's not what I should have done.
Yeah.
Good night, Alice. Yeah, okay, that's an explanation. Oh well.
Well, now I can talk about it after that. Was like, it was just I was just frustrated because there were a couple of things which I know you're a better player than that. Is all I'm saying.
I mean, I might be a better player than that when I'm giving it like 100% brain power. When I'm trying to talk to you and read the chat, I'm definitely not.
Voice chat. No.
Yeah, but this is Blitz. There's only so much time on the clock.
Oh, I'm not sure I care for Blitz.
It's exciting to watch. Lots of pieces moving around.
Yeah, but no. I don't know. It's not. There's not a lot of strategerying.
Oh, sure there is. I'm just not good enough to do it.
That's my point. It's like, and I don't mean that as a knock on you. It's like, it's just, if you know, you're not like, Yeah.
I have to learn safer moves. Do
I'm
you
not
know how
good at-
often I fuck up, like, even literally the first move in the game?
You know, what's funny is like my biggest problem is
Oh, that
it
was stupid.
isn't later moves in a game. It's like
Ow.
always the first, not the first. It's like the ones immediately after the first moves. You know what I mean?
Well, opening theory is like a whole field
Yeah, exactly.
into itself for that exact reason.
Yeah, because that's frustrating. Like once I and my opponent have developed their boards, you know, then I'm actually, you know, I can feign competence.
I need to break this up. This is not good. Oh, you just mean in Blitz in general, I guess, yeah.
And that's well, okay, that's when you advance. I mean, arguably, that's when you advance forward one.
I could do that. I could also go in with the picture.
See, but here's the thing: is that you put it into a position where, like, yeah, see, because of it.
I thought about it. I have a couple seconds on the clock yet.
Because he has to move it, and then you can advance the other one. Then he
But I
has to
mean,
move
yeah,
that.
he's just gonna do that, and that is like even worse for me. Because now he's forking that ambition.
Yeah, but that also.
Yeah. I think the best I can do is punish that. Yeah.
But that's. Don't do that.
Too late.
Because he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like all I could say was like, just eat the loss, though. I'm so sorry for being a backseat driver. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
No, I actually really am now.
How are you, Trey?
Because it drives me crazy when people do this.
Trey?
Trey?
Trey! Maybe something came up.
Yeah, I hear sounds in the background that usually implies that there was
Why the fuck did I do that instead of
adventure occurring.
Maybe I will switch to 10-minute rapid instead.
Yeah, that may be a wise idea for all ends sound pretty.
You know what? I maybe actually should have casted the Queen side. Coco, is that the fucker from Ace Attorney?
Yeah, because no matter what he does, he's gonna lose.
His name is Phoenix Wright. That's right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hello again, Trey.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm losing at chess. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I was messing around with Photoshop because I had to reinstall it recently. And was editing a picture I took of myself real quick of me holding my ghost from Destiny. Trying to make it float so like the stand that I have isn't actually there.
A worthy endeavor?
Yeah.
this sucks.
Yeah, that's probably the best possible call at this juncture.
What's gay? Homosexual gay?
Yeah.
Dislike. I might get him on time, which, you know, I'd take it.
You know, I was like within a move of checkmating a guy when I ran out of time.
Yeah.
When he'd actually almost run out of time. Like, except I was thinking really hard on like a couple of like moves, and I was like moves away from checkmating.
Yeah, gotta watch your clock.
Yeah, it was really frustrating because it was like, I was in the perfect position to totally fuck his shit up.
Yeah, I think I might get him on time because I've got like a full minute on him.
Like that's a huge part of like what my problem is that like it's not even like that I get, you know, as you put it, mind flooded. It's that
sometimes you just get mind flooded.
No, it's not even that. That's what I'm saying. It's that I like more overthink a very specific thing.
That's why I think it's fine to make mistakes in the early game in Blitz, because winning on time is still winning. Now he might checkmate me here, in which case I will feel very stupid.
Wait, how can
he won't. Yeah, okay. And okay, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Was Andigo Taruk a good sport? Yes. I'm gonna throw up the banner real quick and hit the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okie doke. Gay, homosexual, gay. I am personally pansexual pan, which is pretty fucking gay, but just by different means. Hey Trey.
Yeah. Yes.
How's it with you? What's your form, your outline, shape, contour?
Triangle / robot.
Okay, but okay, what question am I actually supposed to be asking? Was more, what have you been up to?
Kinda just existing, looking for a job, not very successfully. Still DJing on my radio show, still existing. Vibes.
Wow.
Yeah. Can't complain too much. I think... Did I have my dog last time we streamed?
No.
Yeah, we have a dog now. His name is Chip.
Oh, what kind of dog is he?
He's a cockapoo. Yeah, kind of a weenie, but we love him.
Yeah, we have for a long time had oh no, did our oh god, I can't remember whether or not this was before because it's been so.
Once upon a midnight reverie, I woke with something in my head. Hello again, everybody.
Hello. Jane, did we get our new cat, before or after, the last episode of Shapes and Forms?
You know, I don't actually know.
It's been a very long time, so, sadly, our previous cat, the Angel of Death, has, passed away. She was very old, and she continued to be a mouser until, like, a few weeks before her death. As she was wont to do, she was feisty, but she was very old.
Good cat.
And so, what was I gonna say? So, we wound up with a kitten who was, a barn cat. Her name is Zoe. We named her that because she is very lively. And it's also kind of a funny, almost rhyming thing of that, our previous cat was the Angel of Death, and, Zoe means light in Greek. And Zoe is as much of a terrifying beast as our other cat. She's a little skittish, but she's very affectionate. She's like this sleek, tiny thing, but she has a really long body. She's a tuxedo cat. She just, for kicks, seems to like to, in the early morning, gnaw my mom's leg like a turkey leg. And, she also will, in chasing mice, just like Angel did, parkour off the walls. And she, she will also, she likes to play with the dog, and she will, if you try to carry her around, she will parkour off your chest, halfway across the hallway. She goes boing and zoom. My mom refers to her as Zoom Zoom sometimes.
I'm glad that Tredney is regaling us with this tale of her cat, so she did not get to see the genuinely abominable strategic mistake I just made.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore it because, I get that on this particular evening, that alas, Jane had partaken in mass quantities of the dumb bitch juice, and I'm okay with that, so long
Hey,
as
I don't think you can say that about other people. I think that's a thing to say about yourself.
Look, no, see, we've all been, because I started this out by talking about getting swole as fuck.
You did. I forgot about that.
So no, this has been, everyone but Trey has been drinking the dumb bitch juice. I just drank most of it. Which gives me the power to see other people, how much they drink.
What?
What? Why would you do that? Okay, the other person drank way more of it.
But
than you.
I mean, exchanging queens makes sense sometimes, but not when you're behind on the board. Unless this person is just very confident in their own abilities, which they might be.
The line between bravado and stupidity is so thin.
Do you know what side you're on?
Fucking great line.
Trey is just like a font of fucking Destiny references, as I'm sure that y'all are very aware.
You kind of had that one coming.
Just,
oof.
Doing whatever.
Oof, that.
So here I am, doing everything I can, holding on to what I am, pretending I'm a Superman. Brother King moment. Nah, this isn't Crusader Kings.
Crusader Kings 3.
Yeah! Crusader Kings, the third one. This is, like, not a terribly useful place for my bishop to be in.
Yeah, it does, however...
Like, I mean, it's defending my pawns, which is not nothing, but, like...
Yeah, because, like, it puts it in... You're in kind of, like, a weird... I wouldn't have put the knight there, but I'm not gonna backseat right here.
Backseat driver.
Oh, God, like, I'm reminded of that, Backseat Driver, that song. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know what I was singing, so maybe that was it. Part of me wants to move here, but if I move, then he's gonna take, and then I'll take, but then he'll take again. No, then I'll take again. I win that exchange.
Yeah, but you would also make it much harder to checkmate, which I think you can do.
You think I know how to checkmate people? Don't be ridiculous.
Jane.
Yeah.
You are Jane.
Will this be the first Shapes and Forms without GeoGuessr? It would not be.
A couple of episodes without GeoGuessr,
really would.
Right?
We can't play GeoGuessr anymore until I get a new GeoGuessr subscription.
We're going to have to shake Lee down again.
What?
Oh, it's so that you can't do the exchange.
But okay. Yeah.
Because
okay.
He wants to fund it, not in the fund.
All right. Well, then I have to think, because, like...
You're going to have to move back a space. Or
that doesn't help me.
Move that knight.
That does not help me, because he's going to take one of these two pieces. There's nothing I can do about that. The question is, do I want to move up here and force him to take the bishop? Or do I want to let him pick, but then to take his knight before I do? I don't like having knights. I don't like having knights on the outside, though.
Yeah, no, take the knight.
Really shouldn't.
The rhythm of the night.
Fundraiser for me to regain my GeoGuessr subscription. Can I be honest with you guys? Like, I think GeoGuessr.
I love GeoGuessr.
It's not that it's outstayed its welcome, but like streaming GeoGuessr is an enormous pain in the ass.
Hey,
He's gonna
look him check, you know.
How?
Like with your bishop.
I mean, yeah, but he can just move. Okay, well, hold on. I'm threatening here and here. If I move you here, you'll be threatening along this diagonal.
And even if he has a queen, you can destroy it with a rook.
Well, yeah. No, I'm just not sure. Because he's just going to move up, probably.
Probably.
It does prevent him from castling, which is not nothing.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's just a pain in his ass.
Yeah.
Is my point.
And now I can check him here, and he can't take this without me taking his bishop. Okay. This is reduced to a Rooks versus Bishops endgame, which I'm not super happy about, but there's not really much I can do about it either. You're just gonna take that. Yeah. I think that I am probably going to lose this one.
Actually, I have an idea.
You might have an idea, but we are continually violating the... Why did I do that? What? I was, like, thinking about doing that, and, like, accidentally...
Well, that just...
Yeah.
Oh, that...
Yeah, that's game, probably. Yeah, we have enough time to do one more if I resign, so I'm going to resign.
Okay, so, hey... Oh, I have an idea which would not violate it, and I'm not going to stream snipe you. If you wanted to go head-to-head.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Because then...
We only have the time to do 10 minutes aside, though.
Alright, let's see. Let's get dangerous, Darkwing Duck.
Battle of Wits, then.
10 minutes. Okay, so I'm opening the chess.com app. It's taking a while. Guess what?
Go.
Wait, I have a ton of other things open. Why do I have a ton of open? Let's see. Hey, chess.com. Stop being a bitch. Thanks. Okay, it's open now. Oh, I have a message.
I'm gonna challenge
from chess.com. Who even cares? Send me your what you call it. And I will. I will suck harder than
phrasing.
No, like I was gonna make a joke about straws, Jane. And you made it weird.
Something pause.
I have sent you the invitational.
It hasn't popped up on my
the Shapes and Forms Invitational Chess Championship, which is one game between both of us, and we both kind of suck while we're doing it.
Hey, again, why isn't it showing up?
I don't know.
Oh, there it is. We're good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
Luke. Winner gets to play me. I resign immediately.
You had the fucking ready opening.
How is that spelled?
R-E-T-I. It's right there. What I just did is apparently called the Arctic Defense, which I feel like the fact that it has like a goofy name is not a good sign. Your turn, by the way. No, that's silly.
Hey Jane, you remember us playing Destiny together?
That was fun, yeah. I wish Destiny 2, like, worked well on this computer, but for some reason it doesn't. Especially not if I'm streaming it.
Dang.
Which is weird, because, like, it runs all other kinds of things perfectly fine that are much more graphically intensive.
Somehow my graphics card on my computer died. Like, I was doing a raid with some friends and managed to, like, get that done, and then immediately after that it just went kaput. So,
that's not great, yeah.
So my regular gaming PC is out of commission, but I've been playing on my Xbox recently. But they introduced crossplay recently, so I do still have the ability to play with just about everybody. So that's nice.
I'm surprised we haven't transposed to another line yet. I feel like this particular...
Why am I thinking so hard about this?
Can't possibly be that unusual. I don't know, Shredley. Why are you? Now, I'm going to regret saying this, and I know I am, but that's fine. You've given me the kind of game that I like playing in chess, which is a very closed-off positional game. Also kind of the opposite of what you're supposed to do with the ready, I think, but I'm not good enough to make openings work how they're supposed to either, so it's not, that does not reflect poorly on you. Sent a message. Oh wait, they're having a good time. It's true. Hold on. I need to reopen the chess.com. There we go. Yeah. I don't like how closed off my right side is. My queen side, as they say. Yeah? You already know what the fuck going on. Is Shredney still in the call? I believe so.
Yep.
She's just thinking. Ugh.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's a good point, Trey. I hadn't thought about that.
You know, strategy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Huh.
Oh. Hmm.
Well, no, obviously not.
Hmm.
Nope.
Yeah?
Some records that I've enjoyed recently. Baby You Okay by San Holo. Footpaths by Former Hero. World Famous Tour by Wavedash. 4 by Sam Galatry. Fishmonger by Underscores. 01953 by Tsuki. Two Hearts by Nick2, and Photos of the Sun by Tails. All pretty solid picks if you like electronic, like future bassy or just like dancey stuff.
Cool. Yeah. Something for our listeners to consider.
Yeehaw.
At some point, I stopped calling them viewers and started calling them listeners because I feel like that's a more honest reflection of what our show is. You're glued to the screen? That's good, I think. See you when you get there. If you ever get there, see Indeed. Imagine if it made the Super Mario Mega Mushroom sound whenever you promoted a pawn in chess. I think that would be very funny. It would really add a lot to the game.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just ran out of time. Like the instant that I probably would have.
Yeah, I don't think you could have. I mean, given infinite time, if I didn't have my stuff on the board, you could have eventually checkmated me. Because it's possible to walk a king into the corner, but
yeah, that is sort of like. At that point, it was very much a matter of attrition.
Yeah.
Which was kind of what I was going for, was to just, slice off.
I missed many forced checkmates at the end. Yeah, probably.
No,
Can I get the game
I was
report
noticing
on
that you could have, but you didn't quite.
I'm really bad at finding checkmate, which is, you might realize, a terrible thing to be bad at in chess.
I am good at seeing potential opportunities, but then, miscalculating by, one space.
I think the last time I actually played chess in earnest was when I was, 12.
I mean, I know it is very late, but I love doing this, so can we have a rematch?
Just one.
Okay.
And if we go 1-1, you're gonna have to live with that.
Okay.
We'll save round 3 for the next Shapes and Forms.
Perhaps.
Because, rest assured, this can't be our grand finale.
Yeah, the final episode of Shapes and Forms will be live streamed from FIDE International when Tredney and I are both international grandmasters.
It'll literally be like the finale of goddamn Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that case, who's Borgov and who Beth?
I don't know chess players from that time period.
Who's the scrappy underdog?
You know who you know what time period I kind of know chess players from is the 70s, because there was a lot of Soviet chess players that invented things that I try to do but fail to do when I play the game.
Yeah.
So you'll play something, it'll be like, that's the such and such variation on the King's Indian. And you look up who came up with that, and it was like, it was it was like it's like you know, this was invented by Iron Tigran Petrosian in, you know.
Gogo says, heck yeah, next Shapes and Forms. I hope I will receive my pension by then.
I thought I didn't see you move. Oh.
It highlights the move, shouldn't it? Also, Gogo, you don't need to be rude about it, okay? Did you know, by the way, there's 2 unrelated chess grandmasters named Tigran Petrosian?
Oh, fuck.
I might be mispronouncing that name horribly, but...
Dang, that's wild.
Yeah, well, like, the more recent one, who was still an active player, although I think he was accused of, like, cheating a couple of years ago.
Fucking hell, why does this always... How could this happen to me?
The more recent
my mistakes.
Tigran L. Petrosian is named after the old one, so like it makes sense, but they're not actually related at all.
At this point, I'm gonna like start going into mega fuck it mode, and you're not going to like be able to remotely predict what I'm gonna do.
Well, I mean, I feel like what you're going to do is take my bishop. That's what I would do in your position.
I'm fucking shit crazy. I'm gonna put my rook.
Not necessarily.
Okay, I mean,
I'm gonna move my rook in an L shape.
You can move a rook in an L shape over the course of 2 turns.
I'm gonna do it in 1.
What I should really do is I should buy Multiversal 5D Chess with time travel, the greatest Steam game ever made.
Oh my god.
You know, Castle into the Past and other fun things like that.
They're the Gungeon, but make it chess.
Is there not a chess-themed gun in Gungeon? I feel like there should be if there's not.
That feels like something that should have happened already.
Yeah. Like shoot rooks or something.
I'm playing very badly right now.
Shredney, I know you're not the hugest fan of this term, but I think you might be mind-flooded.
No, I'm not even... I'm not actually thinking at all at this point.
No thoughts head empty.
Yes.
Many thoughts head empty. That's where I'm at.
Like,
Amelia Watson needs to play that?
No words, no thoughts.
You mean International Grandmaster Amelia Watson? The painter, okay. The dead painter. Hey, I mean, you got to castle this game, and I didn't, so that's one thing you got going for you at the very least.
That was a smart move. That was actually a smart move on your part.
The thing that I never do is I never assume that I'm going to win, even if it seems like
I'm gonna lose.
Even if it seems like it's obvious.
Just get fucking destroyed.
There's always room to fuck it up.
Fucking up is my business. And
business is good.
Is good.
Alright. I have ideas.
Do you? Is one of them taking my queen? Because that's what I would do in your position.
I mean, yes, but then you're gonna take my rook.
Yes.
Semi-fucked. But here's...
Or you could take the pawn down here. You could take
There are
that
actually
pawn.
a couple options I have right here.
You could do that, certainly.
No, I mean, see, here's the thing.
Can you just move? You can show me what the thing is. Okay. Yeah, no. I would prefer you not do that, generally speaking. The lion. The hell do they call, what's a rook in knight checkmate called? That is a thing that there's a term for, but I forget what it is.
So yeah, 20 years of Adult Swim. That's crazy to think about.
That is crazy to think about. You are correct.
It means that, like, I was maybe 5 years old when it started. But, like, I still feel like I remember a time before. Like, just barely. But, like...
Yeah, same.
Like...
Checkmate.
I wasn't paying attention to that. Wait, how many minutes was that? That was in, like, 5 minutes?
Yep, you used 5 minutes on it. Well, like, 6 minutes on your clock.
Okay, 6 minutes on my clock. No, I was
I made a
adding together.
blunder during this game. I wonder what it was. I felt like I played pretty well. Well, I guess one blunder is pretty well for me, given that I usually make like 12.
Yeah, like, here's the funny thing, is that I have beaten Jane exactly once. Well, okay, there are times when I have actually run out of time, but, you know, we were otherwise doing...
Clock loss is still a loss, Strickney.
No, but I'm saying excluding clock losses because I know that's a distinct weakness from my other weaknesses. Is that, like, but I have beaten Jane, like, once. But at the same time, I don't think I have ever sucked that hard.
No comment.
No,
I mean,
like,
yeah, like,
I don't
okay, no.
like,
what I will say
terrible.
is that was an uncommonly weak performance.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, I have played badly against you. No, but
no, I think you're normally like pretty good. Is the thing, including the last game.
But here's the thing. But here is the weird thing: is that what I was actually saying was, like, you will sometimes, it'll, like, chalk up more blunders with you when you beat my ass.
I mean, like, yeah, that's the thing, because it's measuring against.
Like, I'll
itself.
actually have, like, less mistakes and blunders, but I'll still.
Oh, I like Trey's idea for a brief closing talk. Favorite Adult Swim originals.
Favorite Adult Swim originals.
Off the air, 100%.
Off the air is very, very strong. What are some Adult Swim originals?
Moral or
You can pull them up.
Love Mouse, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and let's see, what else would I say for me? Gosh.
honestly, when it was on, it was either too old for me, but also simultaneously felt too immature. And I think that I never actually saw 12-Ounce Mouse, which I probably would have 5 years ago.
12-Ounce Mouse is a good time.
It's like, it's such a freaking weird show, but I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they brought it back for one more season.
Savior Renegade Angel is delightfully bizarre.
Oh, I hate that show.
that one was my sign, like, as a kid, that I needed to go to fucking...
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I understand that you do not like that show at all, but it's like... it's one of those things where we have very different senses of humor about in certain ways. There are certain things we both find very fun. But, like, I don't know.
Also, I guess it depends on whether or not you count Samurai Jack as one.
Original programming, Bird Girl, Final Space. Those are recent ones.
Rick and Morty counts as original programming?
Robot.
Yeah, it does.
Tuca and Birdie, I have seen very little of, but it's...
No, I didn't realize that was... Yeah, okay. Let's scroll down to former. The Boondocks is pretty good, although not entirely my thing.
Yeah. Frisky Dingo was actually pretty solid. Yeah.
That was another one where I feel like I just didn't understand it.
Home Movies was upsetting to watch because its style. I respected it, but like the style was like jarring. But I found it interesting.
Home Movies has a very Trey sense of humor.
I saw the pilot for Super Jail, and the animation was great, but it's way over the top. And not entirely in a good way. There's Toonami stuff that they financed.
Yeah, I was gonna say if the later if the later seasons of Fooly Cooly count, definitely those. But like
Space Dandy, Windmill Slam. Looking further up, the Venture Brothers was really good, actually.
I never
unironically
Venture Brothers never clicked with me. I don't know.
Same.
I
guess it's one of those ones where you gotta watch it all the way through.
This is not even like one that I really liked. Do you guys remember Lucy the Devil's Daughter?
Yes, I do.
It's like a weird little sitcom.
I never saw that.
It only ran for like, it says 2 years. I don't know. That feels like it might even be less than that.
It shared a lot of DNA with home movies.
I have been meaning to watch Moral Oral forever, and I know that it's like deeply dispiriting.
Yeah, that show is fucking depressing, dude.
Yeah, like, really good, really depressing is mainly what I know about it. Like, 12-Ounce Mouse is one that's on my list as well. Watch more of the Boondocks, even if it's not totally my thing. It's clever.
You don't want to watch Brad Neely's Harg Nolan Skippy-O PPO. What the fuck is that?
Creator of China, Illinois.
Which I've also never heard of.
Wait, I'm dimly... there's something rings a bell, but I'm not sure what.
Is Off the Air not listed here? Because that's like the thing that I would think.
Scroll down further, because...
It might, like...
Syndicate... let's see, Syndicated... The Air... it's under live action.
Okay.
Okay.
Which I guess, also, technically.
And then, it's still it's still airing.
Off the Air, like...
The Eric Andre show is...
like a couple episodes a year or something like that.
I will admit that the Eric Andre show is a lot, but I do enjoy it in very small doses.
I never cared for it. Yo, I forgot that Fane of the Fire Princess was airing. I should check that out. See if it's any good.
Let's see. I don't know. It's like, I need to watch Tuca and Birdie. It's my main takeaway here, and Off the Air is cool.
Read the questions again. How about I reduce you to Guan Plasma?
Oh, and...
Or is this you telling me to refresh
in terms of stuff I respect but do not like...
Go. Yeah?
I am going to say, in terms of stuff I respect but do not like, I have a great deal of respect for Tom Goes to the Mayor and Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job, but I do not like them.
I don't know if I would even say that I like Tim and Eric, but that's another conversation. No, sorry. I don't know if I would even say I respect Tim and Eric, but that's another conversation.
I think that there's interesting, there's stuff in there I respect, at the very least. And there are occasionally moments where I think,
hey, holy shit, we're half an hour over time.
Not even, it's not even funny, but,
Yeah. I mean,
but it's something I think sometimes they produce stuff that's almost like really good horror content, you know what I mean?
They had one that was just a straight up freaking horror show. I forget the name.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, yo, you guys, I forgot to move it onto my desktop, so I can't actually access it at the moment. When I went into my Shapes and Forms assets folder, I found that I had, for some reason I can no longer remember, saved a picture of Logic as he appeared at the 2018 VMAs.
It is a shame Lily isn't here to bask in the glory of this full body callback.
Let me see if I can. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Hold on a second.
Just
I
send
need
it
to
to her directly.
No.
For psychic damage.
Hold on. Fucking USB plugs. I swear to God, these things are made out of goddamn tin these days. I can't. There we go. God. Hold on. Where is it? Oh God, no! I don't want to open the entire this PC thing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let me just not this. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah. Just
Hello, channel mascot Logic.
It's our boy Bobby. Hold on. I'm gonna try to fit him into the A.
Oh no.
Also,
I've been told that the most recent project, the Bobby Tarantino number whatever, is not good.
Of course it's not. We don't talk about Logic here because he's good. We talk about him because he's bad in a funny way.
Under Pressure was apparently actually alright.
Yeah, but I mean, he also released that horrible MF Doom knockoff tape a month after he passed away. The dude has no taste at all.
No.
Wow.
Which is why I've put him here in our A. Crucified like the Lord Jesus himself.
he's
Logic died for our sins?
He will.
No!
He's crucified on the A because it's the first letter of ass, the sacred word, part of our Savior Big Sean's opus, Dance Ass. The only song that can banish Logic.
The only song that's ever existed. Logic and Speedgrapher are a blight upon this hallowed ground.
Wow.
Alright, I think that's enough. I think that we should go now.
We may hate Logic, but let's not compare his work to Speedgrapher.
We'll have to have this conversation another day. Good night, everybody!
Indeed. Good night, everyone.